Three, two, one, zero. Ignition.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. I'm Uncle Floyd.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
I got a problem with Oogie.
He said he won't talk to you.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
Frank Sinatra.
Oh, jeez, he came back, huh?
Benjamin Franklin, smartest man ever.
He only knew how to fly a kite.
How dare you say that about the most brilliant man who ever lived? You know, he had a friend who lived in a tree.
You are caller number 10. Try again.
That's even worse. That's even worse than not even getting... Poor Casper.
Hello, this is Mrs. Walker. I have a foot fungus, and they told me that I could call. I don't know why I'm talking
Walker,
to you.
Please, Mrs. Walker. Well, I never thought my career would take me this far.
Hello.
Real people, real radio. You're listening to Uncle Floyd on UncleFloydRadio.com.
And welcome. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are.
That's right.
I'm Uncle Floyd. Joe Lemire is every now and then will interrupt my creativity.
I like how you put that. I'll interrupt.
And see, he's doing it now. He started already. We didn't even begin. And we have a toll-free number to call us about anything you like. Any questions about life, show business, the world of sports?
That's right.
Financial matters, affairs of the heart, health, whatever it is. Its toll-free number is 1-877-715-7570, and we'll put you on the air. Have some fun.
Yeah.
Why not? What are you eating? You look at that's terrible.
I'm eating wonderful stuffed shells.
Oh, no, you are.
Yes.
I brought them to you. We'll talk about that later, maybe.
Yeah.
But you enjoy them?
Oh, they're delicious. They are delicious.
Well, it's not good manners to eat in front of people.
Well,
you have an audience out there, and you're eating in front of them.
Just eating.
Anyway, we'll give the number again, since it's important to know this if you're going to call. 1-877-715-7570. And we made another show to add here. Uncle Floyd Garage Sale Music.
Yeah, you have to school the listeners on this because I've yet to listen to this. It's that new.
Well, it's a surprise.
Well, you
It's
can't
from
do that.
All records I bought at garage sales and records that were going to be thrown out. I saved them. I saved their lives. I bought them. I spend, if you ever go to a garage sale, 25 cents for an album.
Right.
And you find some stuff. Well, and that's what I did. I saved them all. They're in a warehouse. I have over 1 million of recordings, and people want to hear them. So we're going to make that available to our listenership.
Okay.
I don't know how, but we're going to do it eventually, if not soon.
What's on there? Just music, or are they going to hear your voice?
They're going to hear me talk. Of course, I introduce.
We just took the value down a bit.
I tell stories about some of the artists that I've worked with: Joe Piscopo, Orbach, Spike Jones, Jerry Orbach, Spike Jones are on show number 1.
Right. We
talk about them. It's a banjo music. Old-time music. I took a couple of phone calls from celebrities. Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. Well,
there's about 17 songs on an hour.
What we're going to do is we're going to mix that into our 24/7 broadcast to give the listeners a chance to hear the program.
It's something different.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to mix it up a little bit.
Lots of ideas coming through. There's the possibilities are endless.
Right. They are.
I'm still not used to the fact that there's no borders. I'm so used to 6 o'clock to 6:30 is the show.
Right.
Or that kind, the old school. I'm still old school.
It's killing me. Your glasses.
What is the matter with these?
They're crooked. There you go.
Oh, that's why you look funny. Oh.
They weren't even on the bridge of your nose.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. 877-715-7570. That is the telephone number. 877-715-7570. Let's go to the phones. Take our first call.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com.
Hi, Floyd. How you doing?
Yes.
Hello,
I'm here. Is this Bernardette?
Of course it's Bernardette.
Bernardette.
You know.
Oh, okay.
Did you get them?
Oh.
Yes, you better have.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. They were delicious.
Stuffed shells he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know what I did, Joe? I threatened him.
Oh, really?
If he didn't get these this time,
Yeah.
he wasn't getting my special stuff that I do for Easter.
Oh.
He would get no pizza game. He would get no rice cake. He would get no pizza piano. He would get nothing.
Oh, well, that way to threaten him. But
No, I gave him the container,
yes,
Bernadette.
they were the three. They were. I had the 3 shells were delicious.
3. There was 4.
No.
Yes,
No, there were only 3 in there.
He took
Well,
them.
wait a minute. Bernadette.
Wait a second. She's saying there's 4 in there. Did you scoff one of these?
No. Wait a minute. You sure? Are you sure you only got 3?
Unless I miscounted.
I think you
Now,
miscounted.
there were 4.
Maybe I miscounted. I ate them so fast.
Maybe you did. I can't believe that Floyd would take 1 out since he got 8 for himself.
And I ate all 8 last night.
You were still at Colucci's last night at midnight when I left.
Yeah,
What the hell time did you eat them? Like at 2 in the morning?
No, about close to 1 a.m., 1 o'clock in the morning.
I don't remember. And then you went to bed?
Yeah, no, I had nice dreams all night. I had stuffed shells, very
I had
peaceful.
nightmares eating something like that late.
No, actually, Bernadette, the cheese has a calming effect on sleep. A lot of doctors will tell you eat cheese before you go to
Yeah,
sleep.
because of the milk.
Yeah, see, so I was right, but I could have swore there were only 3.
All right. More importantly, Bernadette, I think there were only 3 in there, to be honest with you. I remember, but they
Maybe I can't count. I was pretty sure I put 4 in there.
They were wonderful.
I'm glad you enjoyed them.
You need your own. You should have your own restaurant.
Well, you may have put 4 in there, but Joe only got 3.
You know,
Why would he only get 3? Who would have taken the other one?
I don't know.
I think that answer is clearly evident as to who would have taken one of them.
I knew I should have taken the container.
And you know what? You said that last time. You said you were going to put a seal on it.
But I put the wrath of God in there. I was screaming at him.
She makes these stuffed shells from everything is her own ingredients, her own. She doesn't buy a mixture and throw it into a shell.
Bernadette, I'm not kidding you. You should have your own place, like on Mulberry Street.
She's the queen of the kitchen. You know, we may have a spin-off network someday.
Yeah,
and it'll be Bernadette's Kitchen. That'll be one of our shows we're going to produce.
Oh, believe me, compared to some of the people that I watch on the Food Network that put me to sleep, it's like watching Bob Ross cook or paint a picture.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, though.
Thank you very much. They were delicious. Oh, there's
you
no.
can't imagine how many of them I made. I made, I guess, about 80 of them.
Wow.
And I gave them away. I gave like 2 big cans next door because the woman's got like 6 kids.
Right.
You know, and then my brother took some over to the nursing home where his friend is. Then I sent it to another neighbor. It's like a lot. Yeah.
You are a good-hearted.
We ended up with, I ate 3, and my brother, I think, ate 6, and that was all I had left when by the time I gave everybody.
And Floyd ate one of mine.
I ate 8. She gave me a container of 8.
But
8.
you are
I must have made a mistake then. I thought you had 4.
Well, I may have had 4.
Well, Bernadette, thank you so much.
There was no security seal. You're such a good-hearted woman making all of those stuffed shells and everything you do.
This woman does what people did years ago in neighborhoods all over the country.
That's right.
They cook for each other. If she knows somebody's needs a little help cooking with something, she'll prepare. She's helped out a lot of people that way.
No, she's wonderful.
A good-hearted woman. She is, really.
Thank you again, Bernadette. Delicious.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'll be sending you something else another time. Not this week, I don't think.
No, you don't.
But you will get more.
I appreciate it.
I'm
so
glad
much.
you do.
Oh.
Thank you, Bernadette.
All right, enjoy.
All right, thanks for Bernadette.
From Totowa, New Jersey.
Yes, wonderful. She's wonderful. She's just, I want to hire her personally.
But you know there are doctors or medical book. There's things I've read that cheese it's not bad to have some cheese before you go to sleep. Some things give you nightmares.
Well,
a lot of people complain if they eat too late at night, they can actually get nightmares.
And also those that are lactose intolerant, they can't have cheese.
Yeah. What was that sound? Is that your idea of humor?
Just
What was that?
What do you mean?
Well, anyway, it's very, very
It's somebody
juvenile. Very juvenile. I feel like... By the way, I'm Uncle Floyd, and Joe Lemire just celebrated his 15th birthday. So he's here working the boards for me and all this equipment and making it all possible for you to call UncleFloydRadio.com at 1-877-715-7570.
Are you ready for the next call?
I'm ready, boss. I'm ready.
It's our very good friend.
Our good friend.
Yes.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello, Uncle Floyd. It's Mr. Broadway.
Yes, Mr. Broadway. Phones are ringing like crazy. Mr. Broadway, when are you going in for your operation?
On Friday.
Well, we're going to say a prayer and wish you good luck, and I'm sure everything will come out fine, and you'll call us when you're back in action, right?
Definitely. And I definitely will phone you when I'm back on when I'm ready to be put back on the air.
Well, we need a little song from you. People are sending in requests now.
What do they want to hear?
They want to know if you know. I had somebody ask me if Mr. Broadway calls, can he do something from Camelot? Another person said West Side Story. Does he know anything from West Side Story? And someone else said Carousel.
Well, I hate to. Would you want me to do a little of You'll Never Walk Alone?
Oh, that was from Carousel. That would be beautiful. That's a. Can I introduce you and you're going to do it?
Exactly. But would you please do that?
I'm going to do that right now. And now, ladies and gentlemen, UncleFloydRadio.com proudly presents one of our favorite stars of the review, Mr. Broadway, singing from the Broadway show Carousel, You'll Never Walk Alone.
When you walk through a storm, keep your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
Just fabulous, Mr. Broadway. Just fabulous. To sing that a cappella without any orchestra accompaniment is quite a challenge. And Joe, though, has a suggestion about the phone. What did you say, Joe? It's speakerphone?
Yeah, Mr. Broadway, when you call in, don't use the speakerphone because it cuts in and out. So your singing tends to get a little bit choppy. We only hear bits and pieces.
Okay. Sorry about that, Floyd.
No, that's okay. It's still you still carried it through, and we wish you good luck with your operation. And please call us when you're out of the woods, okay?
I'm not able. By the way, I'm not hear you on my laptop right now because you have an all new website. How do I get on that?
Oh, that's a question for you. We have an all-new website?
Yeah, actually, the new website's not launched. You can still view the old website. We had some technical issues about 3 o'clock this morning with it, so.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, the old website's there. You can go there and listen.
Okay, no problem, and I will definitely call you guys back when I get out of the hospital. Right now, I'm having a tuna fish sandwich.
Oh, tuna fish. That's interesting. How do you have it on? What kind of bread?
No, about whole 2 pieces of nice whole wheat bread.
Oh. And do you like tomato on your tuna fish?
No. I like plain tuna.
Oh, okay.
Well, enjoy your tuna fish sandwich, Mr. Broadway, and maybe that'll help you carry a tuna.
That's right. And good luck with the
probably
surgery.
The worst attempt at a pun ever.
We'll pray for you.
See, you know about these things. When they speak on a speakerphone, it chops. We miss a word here or there.
He's a little bit too far away, and once his voice goes down in volume, it cuts out. So.
And what did he mean about that other thing? Are there people now who can't get us, or?
No, he said he must have looked earlier and saw that there was a problem, but the website's there. You can view the site. You can click to listen. So.
Everything's copacetic.
Everything's copacetic. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I don't know about these. I was busy eating stuffed shells last night. I didn't have time to find out.
I think you were busy eating stuffed shells on the way over here too.
Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. This is UncleFloydRadio.com, and I'm starting to run into people on the street who listen here.
Yes. Did they just come up and tap you on the shoulder and ask you how the radio show is?
I was in an antique emporium the other day, and a guy comes up to me and says, hey, how's the show going? I said, well, what show are you talking about? He says, this, UncleFloydRadio.com. And then he was excited, and I had to meet his wife. His wife was 2 aisles away, and she says, she's got to meet you and say hello. So we're getting some reaction. I don't know how many people right now are listening or are aware of us, but it's growing since this is only our 4th week.
Well, someone today actually said on Facebook, when I made a post reminding them that we are on today, that since when did you switch to Wednesday? And, people fall within the cracks. They don't check the regular site, or they hop on in the middle of a Facebook conversation. And that's a great thing that we want to thank our listeners and our supporters and fans on Facebook, because they're able to answer the questions most times before we can even get to answering the questions. So we want to thank you guys for clearing up some of the confusion there. But there's a lot of people listening. But
doesn't it say on the screen that we're taking live calls on Wednesday and Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So they could look that up and find that out. It's all self-explanatory, is it not?
Yes.
You think I don't know about these things?
I'm not going to go in that area. I'm going to continue to lick my fork from the stuffed shells. Let's take another phone call.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. I'm Uncle Floyd, and you are?
This is Mrs. Walker.
Oh, no.
Is Paul there, please?
No, Paul is not here today.
Well, where's Paul?
Well, he has other things to do today, but Mrs. Walker, did you want to speak to me about anything?
No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't even understand you. I want to talk to Paul. He came over the other night and made mad passionate love
he
to
did
me,
not.
and he didn't leave his phone number for me to call him back.
Now, I know for a fact he did not come and visit you. Why do you...
Three people named Paul came to my house last week after I called you, and I figured he had to be one of them.
No, he was not there, and you're telling tales out of school or out of somewhere.
I had 3 men named Paul last week, and they said they heard me on the show, and they come to my house, and Paul had to be one of them, because I dream about Paul. He's got to make mad passionate love till tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I want him to buy me flowers.
Listen, you've never even seen the young man. You don't even know what he looks like. You don't know his age. You've only heard his voice on this show. What does he look like? Go ahead. What color hair does he have?
He's got beautiful, long, blonde hair, and he's a very strapping young lad. I picture him in my head.
Well, theater of the mind, at least.
She said head. I pictured him in my head. I thought it was a word that rhymed with head.
Ever since I went through the mental pause, I dream of these men.
Don't you have anything to do, Mrs. Walker? Don't you have a life of sorts? You sound like a busybody. You call here, you're looking for people.
Who the hell are you to tell me that? Why? I don't understand you. You're some kind of funny man. I don't think you're very funny. You don't come and shovel my snow when I ask you. You don't have Dennis Monks call me. I don't know why I waste my time with you.
I called Dennis Monks. I left 5 messages on his machine. When I mentioned your name, but he did not get back to me. So obviously, Mrs. Walker, there's more to this than meets the ear.
No, I think you're a very nasty man. I don't think you should should talk like I want to talk to Paul. I don't want to talk to you. Put Paul on the phone.
He's not here. Joe told you he's not here today.
He's not here today, Mrs. Walker.
Well, then I'll talk to Joe. I don't know why people talk to that man, Joe. He's very nasty, that man.
I'm nasty. Well, all of a sudden, I'm nasty.
Well, Mrs. Walker, I wouldn't say he's a nasty man. I think Uncle Floyd is a very kind, caring man. He just has a problem relating to your situation.
She has no situation. This is a waste of a call.
I have many situations. I have medical conditions nobody cares about. You talk about the cheese before. I got so much cheese in my feet, that lady could cook forever.
Please. Please. I'm sorry. I can't take this.
Don't! I think you should bring me some of her food. You bring it to Joe, that guy Joe, bring me some of the food.
That guy Joe. Do you know Joe's last name? We've announced it 8,000 times.
That guy Joe.
Joe, that guy.
That guy Joe.
Mrs. Walker?
Right, Joe, he talks on the radio with you. He should be the one that has his show. It should be the Joe and Paul show, not the Uncle Floyd show.
You think this is funny, Joe? You think this is funny?
I get a kick out of Mrs. Walker.
I don't anymore, and I don't know why she bothers me. Anyway, Mrs. Walker, I hope you find...
Wait. I have a question for Mrs. Walker. Mrs. Walker.
Yes, Joe.
How is your foot fungus?
It's coming back. It never goes away. The one toe, it's got the big yellow toenail, and the fungus always comes out of there. And I go and I soak it. I use the Epsom salts. I put the Epsom salts in the toilet.
Right.
And then I put my foot in the toilet. And with the
put your head in the toilet.
It takes some of the fungus away, but it keeps coming back. I don't know what to do anymore. And,
all right.
And it's bad. You told me to go in the ocean, and it took care of the other problem, but not the foot fungus.
No, the loaf of bread problem, yes. But you know what? I think Floyd should take you personally to the ocean.
I'll take her to the dumps. I'll take her to the Secaucus. I'll take her to the Meadowlands.
Now, you should shut your mouth, young man, and don't talk to me like that.
I'm only Mrs. Walker. First of all, you don't know my television show. You don't know anything about me. Why do you listen to this? Who told you to listen to this?
Seed told me about this show on the interweb, and he looked it up on my computer for me.
Oh, so he told you to listen to us, and you had no idea.
He told me that Dennis Monks was going to play the washboard on your show, and that's why I listen. I listen every time you're on to see if he's going to play the washboard, and all I get is you talking about silly things.
Well, anyway, thank you, Mrs. Walker. I hope you find something to do today, because we certainly have things to do. We have video and photography by Colasanti. He will transfer your old 8mm, Super 8, and 16mm movie films to DVD or AVI files, and you can edit these yourself. They also transfer VHS, Beta, High 8, and Mini DV tapes to DVD or AVI files. They transfer slides and photographs to DVD. They transfer records, wire recordings, cassettes, 8-track, and reel-to-reel audio tapes to CD. They can repair any video or audio tape. It's important to transfer your tapes and film to DVDs because the emulsion of film starts to break down after 25 years, and tapes start to break down after 10 years. So one day, your memories may only be just that, memories, gone forever. Videotapes cost $8.95 each. To transfer to DVD, send 10 or more and you get a special discount. Film transfers start at only $3.50 for a 3-inch reel. Carl Colasanti, born and raised in the iron-bound down neck section of Newark, New Jersey, but he's now in Missouri, the state of Missouri, where he does transfers for people all around the world. And wherever you are in the United States, shipping is free. For more details, call 417-255-0257. That's 417-255-0257. Mention the UncleFloydRadio.com and you receive a 10% off your first order. Call 417-255-0257. It's UncleFloydRadio.com. Call us toll-free from anywhere right now. We'll get a chance to talk to you at 1-877-715-7570.
Did you happen to catch the State of the Union address last night?
No, I didn't.
No.
I was working last night, of course,
Right.
playing piano all night and entertaining people. Why? Is there something earth-shattering we should know about?
It seems like gun control is the major issue.
Really?
Yeah. I was just curious if you caught it.
No, I didn't catch it. And if I was home not working, I probably wouldn't have caught it. I would have probably watched an Abbott and Costello movie.
See, I think it would have been much more entertaining if you were to give the State of the Union address.
Well, first of all, I heard there were no songs. No songs, no musical guest.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but Uncle Floyd.
But everybody knows the State of the Union. Everybody who lives in this country knows what's going on. What's to report?
What
is there to say?
As president of not me, but the president of the United States,
yes,
gives his address, and I think it would just be.
Well, did he
much
say
more,
anything that people didn't know or anything important?
Well, there's 30 some odd thousand troops coming home from Afghanistan, from overseas, and basically the same thing they do every year, and what he plans on instituting, and of course the Republicans and Democrats are all battling over agreeing on things, but that's why I'm saying I think it would be really interesting to see you and entertaining to see you give the State of the Union address.
Well, I have the solution to the problems of the United States of America and worldwide. We need another day of the week. We need an 8-day week. We have
wait. How
7 days is not enough. People can't make enough money. We need another day to work. We need more of everything.
Doesn't matter if it's 7 or 8 days. Time is time.
Listen, if you had an 8-day week, you know how many people would be happy? A lot of people.
Well,
I've spoken to a lot of people. They say Uncle Floyd is right. We need an 8-day week.
Okay, so we'd have
1 week would
five.
Who decided 7 days?
5 days of work and 3 days a weekend. What do you?
It's your choice. See, that's the whole thing. A lot of people work 7 days a week.
Well,
how many people work 7 days a week?
A lot of European countries, other European countries, they shut down for a month.
They've shut down for centuries. Some of those countries.
Well, no, the businesses shut down for a month, and everybody goes on vacation. That's when they take their off time. There used to be a 4-hour. I'm trying to think what it was without going to the computer. It was a 4-day work week originally, and then
never in this country.
No. I'm sorry, not a 40-hour.
6 days.
No, 40-hour work. 40-hour work week was changed by which president?
You're talking around early 1920s.
Yes,
President Harding, I think. Originally, people worked on Monday through Saturday, and then they started half day on Saturday.
Right.
But people still had second jobs. Nobody works as hard as the American people.
And
no country works as hard as. You think that people in any other country work as hard as the American people? We fall asleep on buses coming home from work.
I beg to differ, Floyd, to a certain extent.
Name a country where they work harder than us.
No. I don't want to debate this with you, but we are. But I think the generations we're talking about in this country, yes, the hardworking American people. But anyway,
what does that have to do with generations?
So let's say we change to an 8-day week. How do you think that would affect the economy?
The point is, you put the 8th day in the middle of the week. See, this way it doesn't get noticed, and it's. All right, you're going to laugh and be a simpleton?
What are we going to call it? Wed Thursday? Or?
No, I would. If I was a president, I would let the people vote on a name. I'd have a contest, and whoever picked the right name gets a free Uncle Floyd T-shirt.
Oh, God, there's an incentive.
People need more time. Nobody has time. That's my solution.
Right.
Everybody's running around. If only I had more time. So add another day to the week.
877-715-7570, and let's go to the phones for Uncle Floyd.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. Hello. You say hello, and I say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Maybe this is Marcel Marceau.
No,
he didn't come on.
No, they decided to go pee-pee, I guess. Who knows?
Well, no, maybe some people get what they call in the business cold feet. In other words, they don't feel comfortable talking in front of an audience.
That's right. Well, we'll take another call here.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Can you hear us?
Uncle Floyd, you know who this is?
Do I know who this is?
It's one of your favorites. Johnny Salami here. How are you, my friend?
Johnny Salami, how did you find out about us?
I found out about you, and I'm going to put... I talked to Vic the other night, Vicky Potato.
Yeah, he was on the show.
I said, how you became a star. I said, how you became a star when you got Uncle Floyd. That's it.
I gotta get the bread, man!
Johnny Salami, he has over 5 million people now.
I love that. Johnny, I love that name, Johnny Salami.
That's right, baby. And let me just give you a heads up on this Valentine's crap. Italians, we hate Valentine's Day. You know why?
Why?
Because we got to take the gumata out, and the other gumata, 6 gumatas, and then we got 3 meals, all these other food we got to eat, and then we go home with the wife, and then they call you.
Hold on, Aspetta, wait, Johnny Salami. 6 gumatas and 3 meals.
Yeah, what?
Oh, it's crazy. These gumatas are driving me nuts.
I mean, you feed half of doggy bags from the...
It's insane. It's insane because you got to take one of them out, and then they call you when you're with your wife at 9 o'clock at night, and they call you. Are you with her? Well, yeah, I'm with her.
Hey, Johnny, are you?
It's unbelievable. It's the worst time for Italians. The worst.
Have you got a gumata somewhere?
Of course.
Now, there are people out there who may not understand just exactly what a gumata means. You're saying it in low Southern dialect, but kumare means godmother, but it really means in the United States when a married man has a girlfriend on the side.
That's right.
Right. Right. The one that has sex with you, not the wife.
Well, now that was a line from one of the movies, wasn't that in Wise Guys? Or
I love this guy.
Oh, this guy. You know who his biggest fan is? You know who's the biggest fan of Johnny Salami? Vinny Pastore. Big Pussy from The Sopranos. Thinks this guy is the funniest guy on earth.
Oh, he's hilarious. I find him to be hilarious. He's hilarious.
Well, how do you know him?
Everywhere.
No, just listen to him laugh.
Oh, he's great. I perform. Hey, we work together, Johnny.
At the church, yeah. The Mr. Rossi loves me over there in Little Italy.
Yeah, that was with the Ernie Rossi you're talking about. We did the show with James Napadano.
Now, Rossi.
James Napadano. That guy's a talent. Let me just tell you something. That guy's a talent. Believe me when I tell you.
And what am I, chopped liver? I did a show. I was there that night.
You were great. But you're always great. You just come and kill it.
And Chris Macchio was there, and Christina Fontanelli.
Yeah, great singers. They really are.
So where are you appearing now? Where can somebody come and see the great Johnny Salami?
I'm doing a lot of corporate roasts. People, they get married, they hate their wife or their husband, and they ask me to roast them. They go to johnnysalami.net, they click on, and they ask me to roast them.
And you show up. Do you ever get in trouble doing that? That's a pretty dangerous field. I mean, seriously.
I roasted the guys from the garbage company. I'm not going to say in Garfield over there. And I had to get paid at the gas station down the block. Because he was with a girl that she was very handsome. And the grandmother said, don't mention it. So I mentioned it, and then it wasn't a good sight.
Oh,
that's what I mean. There's a fine line sometimes between somebody taking a joke and then, come to fisticuffs with a comic, or worse.
Right.
Even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, Floyd's been...
That's why I'm working with the little people.
No,
they don't get the little people. I don't want to say their name because the M word, they get mad at that. What are they going to do, kick you?
I love his laugh.
Oh, he's good. Where'd you grow up, Johnny Salami?
Jersey City, New Jersey.
I bet
right in the hood.
Oh, were you from...
high school.
Did you live...
I think it's a high school, like a prison.
Yeah. That's been... But is that by Brunswick Street around there?
Yeah. I still hang out in downtown. I was down there gambling the other night.
Well,
I did good. At 21, I played blackjack. I did pretty good.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but listen, that thing last night that the president was talking about on TV.
Right.
I'll fix the problem. We spent $1 billion last year on the border, right?
Right.
If we put landmines down, they're only $12 a piece.
There you go.
This is your solution?
No, I got one more solution.
What?
Western Union, when they send the money back to their country, we give them welfare, then they send it back to their country. No wonder their country loves it. You got to tax Western Union 88%.
There you go. That's a good solution.
This man has brains.
Well,
I make a lot of sense on this one.
Johnny, do me a favor. I just think of something real funny to yourself, and I want to hear you laugh.
How about if I do the Gilbert Godfrey voice? You want to hear that?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, yes, I'm on Uncle Floyd, Joe, and I love it. Oh, yes, why not? Oh, yes, okay.
Pretty good.
But I want his laugh for a promo.
Oh,
let
give me
him
the
do
laugh
one.
for the promo.
All right, hold on. Floyd's going to tell you a joke. He's going to make you laugh.
But why doesn't he say, hi, this is Johnny Salami.
We'll
You're
get to
listening
that.
to UncleFloydRadio.com and then laugh.
Well, okay, that's great. Go ahead and do
That's all he has
that.
to do. Did you get that, Johnny?
Say it again so I know. Because,
Okay.
you guys in the broadcasting business, I'm new at this.
We're gonna write it down. You're gonna say, this is Johnny Salami. You're listening to UncleFloydRadio.com and then laugh, okay? And just keep laughing.
Okay.
All right, you ready? I'll give him a countdown.
Ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Johnny Salami. You listen to UncleFloyd.com.
No, but it's UncleFloydRadio.com. We got to take
We gotta
two.
do it again.
Listen,
I'll spice it in for you.
Uncle Floyd. We can't splice it in. UncleFloydRadio.com. Take 2, featuring Johnny Salami. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Johnny Salami. You listen to UncleFloydRadio.com. Off the chart.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Off the hook, man.
Amen,
Perfect.
bro.
I owe you big time, Johnny.
No problem. I just called Vegas. I'm taking bets on the Pope. I want to see if we're going to. You got 2 Italians and 2 blacks. I want to take in the black guys.
Well, Cardinal Cicola was going to be considered, but they won't elect him because then his name is Pope Cicola.
That would be nice. That would be nice. But they're going to change. If they get the black Pope, they're going to change the wafer to a chicken McNugget.
Oh, come on, Johnny. Anyway, listen. Thanks for keep them laughing. Keep them laughing. Johnny Salami.
Johnny, he's funny.
Did you realize how many celebrities are listening to this show?
I know.
Mr. Broadway, the Queen of the Kitchen, Bernardette,
877
Mrs. Walker and her diseases. Johnny Salami, Vinny Pastore, Big Pussy's favorite comic.
That's
you
right.
You can't get a lineup like this.
That's right.
Here's the toll-free number if you want to join this parade, 1-877-715-7570. And we have a caller. Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Uncle Floyd, Mr. Numbers.
Yes.
Marone, too much trouble last week at that crazy lady, Mrs. Walker. She come back, you know. She come back and she telling me, Uncle Floyd sent. I said, Uncle Floyd, tell her, send here. She says, you a liar. I said, that's no nice. And you know what? That crazy lady, she still says she wants to sue me. I told her, get the hell out of here. I was going to hit her with the shoveler. I scared her. She leave it. Thank God. Then more trouble. My wife, she come out. She says, who you talking to? I said, I'm talking to nobody. She says, well, who is that lady? I said, it's no lady. That's Mrs. Walker from Uncle Floyd's show. She says, Uncle Floyd? Who the hell is Uncle Floyd? I said, the guy on the computer, the radio. She says, you got a time to listen to the radio I work? What kind of show? I said, it's not really kind of show. It's a show like what's the one, the television, Mr. Seinfeld. That's a show about nothing. I got a bone to pick with you. I don't like your show no more. I hear too much crazy stuff of Mr. Salami, Mr. Pavoloni.
No, listen.
I don't understand. Listen to me. This is what you got to do with this show.
What do I have to do?
You got to have a pretty lady with a nicer voice, and not like a Mrs. Walker. She sounds like she got marbles in the mouth.
So I need a pretty
what do you
lady
think about
voice.
I know the business. I got cousins, uncle in Italy. They do bigger shows. I got a lot of ideas for your show. What do you think, Uncle Floyd?
Well, first of all,
Uncle Floyd.
Don't go too fast, please.
No,
but slow. Take it slow.
You took it upon yourself to call here. We didn't force you to call us. And if you don't like the show, you don't have to listen to it, do you? If you don't like it,
listen. But you know what? I once in a while like to laugh because it is a show. Not that the shows are funny, but the way the show goes on, it's funny. All these are crazy people.
Well, they're not all crazy.
I don't think you all, you mind the marbles all either. I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, what about Johnny Salami? He was just on. Did you like Johnny Salami?
Johnny Salami. Hey, It could be Johnny Gobasi, Johnny Salami. It's no matter.
Well, what about
This guy isn't no funny. He should be maybe in a luncheon meet the business.
What about Vic DiBettetto? He was on last week. He's got 5 million people.
Over 6 million.
Guy. He's going to make money going for the bread and the milk.
I said snow.
Yeah, it's 6 million now.
Get the bread and milk.
It's a million. That's crazy to people. Everybody owes to go for bread and the milk. And what kind of funny is that? That's no funny.
Well, it's the way it's portrayed. He played well, if you don't find it funny, I mean, I can't tell you it's funny. That's your opinion. You didn't find it funny. You don't like Johnny Salami? What do you like about this show?
Hey, like in my neighborhood, Johnny Gagoots. That's a funny. Johnny Gagoots. Salami. Even the name of funny, Gagoots. What's the salami? It's no funny salami.
Thank you, Mr. Numbers. Joe's giving me a hand signal. What did that hand signal mean? What did that mean?
That means you need to speed things up. We have more calls.
Well, then let's go. I'm sorry, Mr. Numbers hogged up all that time. You're on UncleFloydRadio.com.
Hey there, Uncle Floyd. How you doing today? I'll bet you know who this is.
I own a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're right. How you doing?
Well, I'm really having a rough day. If you heard, we had Mr. Broadway and Johnny Salami, and now you and Mrs.
Well,
Walker.
I ain't going to be nasty to you.
No, she's a
You're
sweetheart
just
of the
such
bunch.
a cutie pie. I don't want to be nasty.
Somebody asked me about you. Did you know Dale Evans by any chance?
No.
Roy Rogers'
Dale
wife?
Evans, she was Roy Rogers' husband.
No, she was Roy Rogers' wife.
I mean, wife. Duh. Well, anyway, no, I ain't heard of that person other than that.
Listen to this lady's voice, Iona's voice. She has such a wonderful voice. Iona, I'd like to hear you say, you're listening to Uncle Floyd on UncleFloydRadio.com.
Why, you're listening to Uncle Floyd on UncleFloydRadio.com.
That's great. That's great.
She has a
Was that good enough?
Oh, that was wonderful.
Are you calling?
Well, I just, you remember I won $40 million?
Right.
I just wanted to ask you what you would do if you won $40 million.
I'd hire a new announcer, number one.
Oh,
no.
Poor Joe.
$40 million in New Jersey is not really that much. You
That's
could buy
right.
a nice house and pay a few bills, maybe. But where you live in Florida?
That's okay, Iona. He could hire a new announcer with the $40 million. I'd be suing him for half of it. So, and I would get
Well,
half.
that ain't a bad idea. Anyway, you want to know what I did with it?
What'd you do?
Well, you know how there ain't no mountains here in Florida. I wanted to build my new double wide on top of 5 acres, but in Florida.
Right.
So what I did was I went over to this thing called Mount Trashmore. Do you have them in New Jersey?
Oh, I know what she means. The dumps.
The dumps, yeah.
Sure, we have them.
Well, that's basically all of New Jersey.
Yeah, but they cover it up with grass, make it look real pretty and everything. So anyhow, that's what I did. I built me a double wide above Mount Trashmore. And we got some buzzards flying around, but it's real convenient. You know why? Because we just take out our little old shotguns and we shoot them down and have them for dinner.
The buzzards?
Free dinner.
Oh.
I know people who eat crow, but I never heard of anybody eating a buzzard. They must be kind of tough, aren't they?
A little stringy.
Well, not if you cook them right. Maybe Bernardette could figure something out.
No, Bernardette doesn't cook buzzards and crow. I mean, she's... But no, I know people who've eaten crow, and it takes about 8 hours to cook a crow. The same people eat squirrel.
Right. Ain't enough crow to cook for 8 hours, for crying out loud. Who wants to wait that long?
Well, maybe down by you, but up here the crows are very big.
Yes.
They look like little dinosaurs.
I ain't never been in New Jersey.
What's the furthest north you've been?
Well, I was up the East Coast, but I didn't go through New Jersey.
Well,
Went up Maine, where there's lobsters. That's about as far north.
Well,
and I'm as far south as you can get.
So she probably went through the states that don't have any dentists.
No, but how does she get to Maine without
Now, wait a minute. I have teeth.
No, I was referring to Floyd.
Well, no, wait. How did you get to Maine without cutting through New Jersey? You went through Pennsylvania up to New York State. Is that it?
Yeah, we did that.
You bypassed the state of New Jersey. This is a serious problem. A lot of people are bypassing New Jersey. They put a secret highway.
Secret highway.
There is. They don't even tell us about it.
What is this, like the Stonecutters Club or something?
No, I hear from people. Did you take that secret highway in Pennsylvania and it connects up to by Binghamton, New York, and then shoot back above the state without even going into New Jersey, right? Is that what you did?
Well, you weren't supposed to know about that.
Yeah, it's no longer a secret now.
There is a secret highway. People in Jersey aren't told about it. Anyway, Iona, enjoy your day down there in the Southland and enjoy cooking your buzzards.
Oh, thank you so much, Uncle Floyd.
You sound like
Iona.
Oh, my gosh.
Iona, is that you?
Look who came in. It's Buck.
Iona.
It's Buck. He caught me talking to you, Uncle Floyd.
Yes, well, who is Buck?
Flirting? Are you flirting? Who are these guys you're flirting with?
I'm Uncle Floyd, Buck. Is that your name, Buck?
Yeah.
Buck A. Roo.
I'm Buck. I was a boyfriend. I'm her boyfriend, not you.
No, I didn't say I was her boy. She called me. You're on internet radio right now. You're on UncleFloyd.com.
Hey, Buck, don't let him lie to you. He's her boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm good. There's two of you?
No,
oh, my God.
I got busted, Uncle Floyd.
This is what...
I knew you guys...
They're
gold diggers. Now you got two gold diggers after my girl.
You sound like Mickey Mantle, this guy. He sounds like Mickey Mantle. Buck, I'm awfully sorry. You're all confused, my friend.
Yeah, I sure am. I come home.
Buck.
Come home after shooting some buzzards, and I see my girl, hear my girl on the phone with some strangers from New Jersey.
Well, Buck, I can tell you this much, Buck. It's not me. It's only her and Floyd that have something going on.
I've got nothing to do with this woman. Don't even start that. I don't even know her. I know her.
Uncle Floyd, I thought you were so nice and so cute.
Well, I feel relieved that there's no threat.
I hope you're making that up.
Boy,
listen,
I can go back my chitlins.
Go back to your chitlins, and thank you, Mr. Buck. Mr. Buck and Iona Trailer from deep down in Florida.
That's right.
You don't know who's calling. See, we could have gotten a lover's triangle there.
You could have gotten a lover's triangle.
Not me.
There.
No, those days are over.
Okay.
This is UncleFloydRadio.com. Welcome. I'm Uncle Floyd. You are?
Hey, it's the Stoogeologist here.
Oh, the Stoogeologist.
Let me give him let me at least give him a sound.
Give him a proper introduction.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Perfect. Love it.
This is Dominic, the Stoogeologist from Butler, New Jersey area, right? Is that so?
That's right.
I had
the Stoogeologist.
I had a question to ask you from one of our listeners. They wanted to know if you knew what was the name or the year of the last Three Stooges short they made. You know, the shorts. What was before they went into the big pictures?
Right. I'm going to say it's Sappy Bullfighters, and the year is. Oh man, I have 3 years in my head. I'm going to go with 57, though it could be 58 or 59.
Right, and this is what the problem with the caller wanted to know, because I think it was made in 58, but it wasn't released until 59, which was very late, something like that. That was Joe Besser, right?
Right, Joe Besser one. It was Sappy Bullfighters, right, which is a remake of earlier Curly episode.
Yes, it is, yeah. Well,
that's it.
Are we getting close to any of the Stooges' birthdays? Maybe you should keep us posted on that, and we'll have a little party for Shemp or Larry or Mo.
Yeah, we could do that. I actually have right above my bed a Stooges plaque with all the birthdays on, and I'll have to look at it again, and then on Saturday I'll give you the call for that one about the birthdays.
Yeah.
That, I don't
Wait
know.
a minute, hold it here. When you go to bed at night, you look at plaques.
Look right at the Stooges. I got the one with them playing golf.
So you lie on your bed and you look up and see the Stooges.
That's right.
This is really.
I'll just look over and say thank you right before I go to bed.
That must work wonders for your love life.
No,
I actually had a trivia question for you about the Stooges.
Go ahead.
Let's see. So, who was going to replace Larry? Now, Mo just did not want to give up the act, no matter how old he got.
Emil Stooges.
That was it. That was easy.
Yeah.
Well, I love the Stooges too, but I don't have them. I don't look at them when I go to bed at night. But Dominic, you are the Stoogeologist, and thanks for calling UncleFloydRadio.com.
Yes,
This guy
definitely.
knows
Give us a call back on Saturday and let us know about the birthdays.
He's really dedicated.
Yeah, sorry, we have to move along.
We have another
calls.
caller before the top of the hour. Hello,
Yes.
you're on UncleFloydRadio.com.
Hello, this is Count Werner van Helmstetter.
Oh, the Count.
Yes, Count von Helmstetter.
Yeah. Happy St. Valentine's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they celebrate St. Valentine's Day in Germany?
I don't think so.
No. Well, San Valentino was an Italian saint. But anyway,
I'm asking about Morton Downey. You know, he's sort of put into the back pages of musical history, and it's a shame. He sang beautifully.
Why? Morton Downey, you're probably the only person on earth calling to remind us.
That is true. And remember, Junior, he was the exact opposite.
Why don't you sing us a Morton Downey song that he made popular?
I will, a very romantic song.
Go ahead.
Just ready for St. Valentine's Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Count von Helmstetter. Go ahead.
We can do it together sometime. When the sun bids the moon good night, how I wish I could hold you tight. It was just twilight time when you promised me that you'd be all mine and you'd always be. I'm alone with the moon up above, and he knows you're the one I love. Every beam seems to say that you'll come back someday when the sun bids the moon good night.
Thank you, Count Werner von
Isn't
Helmstetter.
that nice?
Very romantic for Valentine's Day.
That is a sweet, sweet song. Yeah, and we're getting all ready for that lovely day. We don't have that. We just got through Mardi Gras, as you know. In German, we call it Fastnacht. Yeah.
Fastnacht.
And we dress up in peculiar outfits.
Ja, von Helmstetter, Sie sprechen Sie Deutsch, ja?
Eine bisschen.
Sein Kindergarten und
It's like sex. If you don't use it, you lose it, ja?
Ist das nass der Spiegel und Tasse, ja? Und Tellenfunken, ja?
Oh, good God. Oy vey. Well, okay.
Oy vey is a German
time
word.
for me to go, and I shall see you soon.
On the Uncle Floyd Radio Show.
Thank you, Count Werner von Helmstetter. The Bavarian Baritone. He sang pretty good without an orchestra accompaniment.
Yeah, and he dropped into a little bit of Italian at the end.
No, oy vey is not Italian. Oy vey. You thought oy vey was Italian? No. Oh, no. I think that's Yiddish, if I'm not mistaken.
Oy vey.
It's got to be oy vey. It's a New York, it's a Yiddish language, which is close to German, but you never know who's going to call next. Are we at the, I'm watching you now for cues. You were giving me all these hand signals.
You're looking around at the clocks and all the times.
There is no clock in here. I have a wristwatch.
I have clocks. I can see them. You can't see them.
Oh, you have them on that monitor, on that...
I have them on the console. I have them on the screens. We've got about 8 clocks sitting around here, and nobody knows what time it is except me.
Are they all the same time, though?
Yes.
Oh, that's boring. Why would you...
Okay.
Yesterday's time?
877-715-7570 is the telephone number. It's the Uncle Floyd radio program. And your calls, and also we're going to do some trivia coming up in a little bit.
And what is the purpose of trivia?
Well,
have fun.
To have fun. People try to guess the correct answer to the question. And now, are you going to do this where you're going to ask a question, or are you going to give the answer and expect the question in return? kind of like Jeopardy.
Well, I would like to ask them that they could pick the category but we only have a certain amount of questions here. I don't know how many people we're going to do this with, but they can pick the category, and then I will select a question from the category they select.
Okay.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yes. And then
what good is it if somebody's only into sports and you ask them a question about television? You may be. It's not really.
That's right. That's right.
I want to be trivia friendly.
You give them the categories, and they can pick from the categories.
They can pick from the categories.
And a winner, we'll pick one or two winners. We'll give two people, two winners. We'll give them a custom Uncle Floyd doodle mug. How's that?
That's a pretty good prize. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
And also, coming up in a little bit, we're going to announce an item that we have here that Uncle Floyd brought into the studio today.
Oh, nobody's ever seen this.
No, and this is a one of a kind, okay? But we're going to make you wait a little bit to hear exactly what it is, okay? 877-715-7570. It's the top of the hour, and we'll be back with your calls and some trivia coming up in a few minutes.
We'll be back with more Uncle Floyd right after this. The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel award. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
If you would like to save on your monthly energy bill, contact Ambit Energy Independent Consultant Joe D. Simone at www.jdsimone.joinambit.com. That's www.jdsimone.joinambit.com.
I got $100 for some leftover cream corn. I never knew corn was worth so much.
That's right. Corn is at an all-time high, and you can turn your unused corn into money with Cash for Corn.
I'm not grilling corn on the cob this summer. That'd be like burning money.
We'll send you a postage-paid Ziploc bag. Just fill it, send it back to us, and Cash for Corn will pay you promptly.
Sure, I spend a little extra time in the bathroom, but picking out the corn is like writing myself a check.
Don't flush away thousands of dollars. Call Cash for Corn now.
I like Jersey best. Orange East, Orange West, Orange South, Orange. I like Jersey best. And I've seen all the rest. And Jersey is the best. Emerson, Harrison, Madison, Patterson. I like Jersey best. Englewood, Ridgewood, Ringwood, Wildwood. I like Jersey best. And I've seen all the rest. And Jersey is the best. Lakewood, Norwood, Beechwood, Collingswood. I like Jersey best. Asbury Park, Prospect Park, Midland Park, Florham Park. I like Jersey best. I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Elmwood Park, Ridgefield Park, Palisades Amusement Park. I like Jersey best. Jersey City, Ocean City, Union City, Atlantic City. I like Jersey best, and I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Neckong, Matita-Kong, even Lake Apacong. I like Jersey best. Trenton, Clifton, Burlington, Wallington, I like Jersey best. And I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Somerville, Pennville, Manville, Sayreville, I like Jersey best. Northfield, Ridgefield, Westfield, Bloomfield, I like Jersey best. I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Teterboro, Glassboro, Hillsboro, Totowa-Boro, I like Jersey best. New Brunswick, East Brunswick, South Brunswick, North Brunswick, I like Jersey best. I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Phillipsburg, Guttenberg, Chambersburg, Jamesburg, I like Jersey best. Morristown, Bricktown, Heightstown, Hackettstown, I like Jersey best. And I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Englishtown, Middletown, Parkertown, Eatontown. I like Jersey best.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. I'm Uncle Floyd.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
I got a problem with Oogie.
He said he won't talk to you.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
Frank Sinatra.
Oh, jeez, he came back, huh?
Benjamin Franklin, the smartest man ever.
He only knew how to fly a kite.
How dare you say that about the most brilliant man who ever lived? You know, he had a friend who lived in a tree.
You are caller number 10. Try again.
That's even worse. That's even worse than not even getting... Poor Casper.
Hello, this is Mrs. Walker. I have a foot fungus. And they told me I could call. I don't know why I'm talking to you.
Please, Mrs. Walker. Well, I never thought my career would take me this far.
Hello.
Real people, real radio. You're listening to Uncle Floyd on UncleFloydRadio.com.
Oh, boy, and I'm the guy. I'm Uncle Floyd, and we thank you for tuning us in on the Internet. It's UncleFloydRadio.com. I just got a nice cup of black coffee here with Mickey Mouse on the cup. Not even one of our own cups.
That's right. We're too cheap.
Mickey Mouse cups. Anyway, here's the toll-free number. Call from wherever you are. We'd love to hear from you, whatever you want to talk about. 1-877-715-7570. And we don't give a little direction like we're going to talk about the color yellow today or red or green. You know, like some
Color
stations.
yellow.
Well, that's what they do. Do you like mustard or you hate it? Joe hates mustard and I love it. That kind of thing.
Yeah, the point counterpoint.
You are that's you. It's whatever's on your mind. You're welcome to talk about anything here
That's
on
right.
UncleFloydRadio.com. The way I ran the TV show for years and my nightclub act for minutes.
Minutes? Minutes?
Oh, you had a rough. I shouldn't have eaten all those stuffed shells at 1 a.m. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
It could be.
They've relaxed my brain. My medulla oblongata. Do you know what the medulla oblongata is? Medulla oblongata. It's a river in Tanganyika. 1-877-715-7570, and you will be on the air. I didn't think we were supposed to say on the air, but they're telling me it is.
It's on the
internet,
air.
It goes through the air.
That's right. It's on the air. Carries through wireless devices.
Very good.
It's on the air. So Floyd's taking a sip of his coffee, and in the meantime, I'll hit the button here. Okay.
What does that mean?
877-715-75.
Is this a snow alert?
70. No, it's fast traffic. 877-715-7570. It's time to play Trivia with Uncle Floyd.
Trivial Prosciutto. Welcome.
Prosciutto.
We have a caller for the first trivia question?
No, we're going to get a call.
And what are they going to get? A prize? If they don't win, they don't get a prize, obviously.
That's right. You're going to get a choice.
We can try to be nice to people, and no helping, Joe. No helping.
No, I won't help at all.
And also there should be a time limit on the answer or response, because I know what people are going to do, what you do, and what Gary does. You go on the Internet and punch the question in and read the answer. No cheating here.
Yeah, that's
no
fine.
Cheating zone.
No, I got them timed, okay? I have them timed. You get 10 seconds to get the answer.
Okay, they can't do it that fast?
10 seconds.
On the Internet?
No.
What I mean is, if I ask a question, young people today, they'll go right to their tubes or whatever these are called and connect and try to get the answer.
But it would take them too long to get the exact answer.
Oh, it does take that long?
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's
we have a caller?
Yeah, let's get to our first
call.
call.
We're going to play Trivial Prosciutto. Welcome to UncleFloydRadio.com.
All right.
Hello, you are. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Steve, Morristown.
Steve from Morristown. You ready to play trivia? Did you call for that, or did you want to do something else? Did you want to discuss something else?
No, trivia sounds like fun. I'll play trivia.
Well, you don't have to. I'm not. We don't want to force people into things. I don't know if you want to talk about the fact that there were. Go ahead.
I would love to.
All right.
All right. Floyd's going to give you a couple of subjects that you can choose from.
So my main beef was that I've noticed I only counted 8 snowmen this past blizzard. The children are not making snowmen or snow women. But anyway, okay, what category would you like? History, New Jersey, show business, sports, food, or the Uncle Floyd Show?
I guess I'll start with the Uncle Floyd Show.
Okay, you're going to start with the Uncle Floyd Show.
Now you
only get one question and one chance.
You get one chance, one question.
All right. Sure.
What was the first amusement park to sponsor the Uncle Floyd Show? Now, do you want to take a chance or do you want multiple choice?
Well, I'll have multiple choice.
Okay, that's wise because it's the same prize either way. Here are the amusement parks. Wild West City, Jungle Habitat, Keensburg Amusement Park, Fairy Tale Forest, or Bertrand Island Amusement Park?
Ooh,
Which one was the first one to sponsor the Uncle Floyd Show? Wild West City, Jungle Habitat, Keensburg Amusement Park, Fairy Tale Forest, or Bertrand Island, all New Jersey family-owned and operated amusement parks.
All right, time's ticking. Time is ticking.
Okay, I'm going to have to take a stab at it and just say Jungle Habitat.
He's right. How
He's
did you
right.
get that? How did you get that? You're right. Warner Brothers Jungle Habitat.
He got it.
I basically put together the time that I remember first seeing you on the on Channel 68, I think it was, and then obviously around the time of Jungle Habitat.
In 1974, Wild West City came aboard in 76, but Jungle Habitat was first. And you've got a now. This is. I'm sorry. You said your name is Steve from Morristown.
Yes.
Steve from Morristown. Are you the history expert?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you sound like someone else who called. Anyway, Joe Lemire has your info. You have the information, Joe?
Yeah, I have his phone number. We're gonna give you a call back, Steve, in a little bit. And
how did you find out about Uncle Floyd Radio Network here, UncleFloydRadio.com?
Oh, I've just been following on Facebook or the Yahoo groups.
Really?
And people mentioned it.
Yeah, of course.
And then
you're a big deal, Uncle Floyd. You're a big deal.
You know what, Steve? I don't think you realize how big of a deal he is.
Well, how big of a deal am I?
Very. I mean, I don't think Floyd might realize that, but I do. I believe me. People love you, Uncle Floyd.
Well, we got to save that clip. We got to save that clip. I want my family to hear that. What do you do, Steve? What kind of work do you do?
I've managed some properties in Morristown.
Oh, okay.
How's the theater there, the community theater? I used to do a lot of not a lot of shows, but a few shows over there. Isn't that the community theater they don't call it that anymore, I don't think. The old theater in downtown.
Yeah, it's called the Mayo Performing Arts Center, and they're getting a lot of very, pretty high profile acts there. It'd be great if you could get in there.
I was going to say it's probably be a little tough for him to get in there now.
Now it would, but years ago.
I don't think so.
Hey, you guys, that downtown area has restaurants. People come from all over the state to eat in Morristown.
Well, usually people go to restaurants to eat, but yes.
But you didn't hear. I said they come from all over the state.
I understand that.
Do you know anything about the Market Street Mission?
Yes, a little bit.
There used to be a big Italian bakery around the corner from there, and I used to go to the Market Street Mission. They had more old records than any place I've ever visited in New Jersey. They had secondhand furniture and clothing and such, but they had a giant pile of records. I got to get out that way. You think it's still there?
Well, I know the Market Street Mission is there. I'm not sure if they've kept all the albums, but I could find out, and I'll call you back and talk to you maybe about that off the air, just to let you know if you, But you should come into Morristown anyway. It would be great if you could get into the Performing Arts Center one more time. I don't think it would be that big of a problem. I don't know who you would have to talk to, but it would definitely be great to have you here.
Well, I'd love to. I haven't been there in a number of years, but I would love to come back to Morristown, and beautiful town. And thanks for calling. If you have some clout, talk to somebody. Maybe you can arrange somebody to get in contact with us, and we'll put a little show, a benefit of some kind, and have some fun at the same time.
I'll see what I could do. That'd be great.
And congratulations, you won a mug, a one-of-a-kind mug.
Yes, that's it. And you will get a call back from us in a little bit, Steve. And thanks for participating in Uncle Floyd's Trivia.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
there are nice people out there. I really must say, and those people who are close to me know I'm not used to people treating me nice like this. You don't get this in this business.
You're used to people throwing things at
Oh,
you.
my God. One day I did a show in Yonkers, New York,
right,
for a group of firemen.
Right.
And, they were all had a little too much lemonade. And I went on late. Well, I'm not blaming them. And one guy says, "Get this guy off the stage." And he took a folding chair, and I stood there on the stage, and he was going to hurl it at me.
Right.
And I didn't flinch. I didn't move. I didn't try to duck. I let him throw it. He hurled it halfway across the room, and it landed about 5 feet to the left of me,
Yeah.
and it crashes down on the stage.
Right.
You know what the firemen did?
What?
They went, boo, boo. They booed the guy that threw the chair.
He couldn't even hit you.
And then somebody says, "Let me try." And all these chairs were being thrown at me. Not one hit me, Joe. I held position. I didn't flinch.
Oh, I give you credit.
You
stood your ground.
But these guys, and rightly so, they had the packager put me on too late. I don't blame them. There's no such thing as a bad audience.
Right.
No such thing. People are people. There's bad setups and situations.
Yes.
I mean, and many times entertainers have to deal with that. But I love all, even the bad audience. I even tried not to laugh at the guy. And then his own friends booed him. They didn't boo me. See? You learn a lot of things on this show.
That's right. That is right.
That was on McLean Avenue in Yonkers.
I just want to remind everybody that they can go to UncleFloydRadio.com and visit the Uncle Floyd store. We have a lot of great items up there for grabs. And
you're going to tell them about this other thing? Oh,
yes.
This.
Well, hang on. The T-shirt pre-sale is about to end, okay, on Friday. So if you want to get your retro Uncle Floyd television show T-shirts, head over to the Uncle Floyd store as soon as possible. This way you can pick up your shirts because they will not be available for a while after this Friday. And there's some other items there. And actually, to the listeners, if anybody that has purchased the window decal, there was a typo. They came in today, and there was a typo in them. It says "Got Floyd" with the question mark and the web address, UncleFloydRadio.com. It says "Get Floyd." G-I-T. So
this is what happens when you give your work to I Own a Trailer. You let these people down there. You don't farm this stuff out.
No.
Down in Florida.
The I is right next to the O on the keyboard, so somebody just made a mistake, obviously, and they didn't proof it, and it came out. Get Floyd.
Well, they're going to give you credit or what?
No, they're rushing another batch out right now. Actually, today they're cutting the decals out. So
however, they might want that. I Own a Trailer. Them down here, we like Get Floyd.
Get. It's kind of like Larry the Cable Guy. Get it done. So anyway, just wanted to let everybody know that purchased decals. There's still time to order the decals, and also the all-new Uncle Floyd caricature. It's available with Uncle Floyd and Uncle Floyd and Oogie, and also we have the bumper stickers coming out. The Uncle Floyd Radio.
But is that the one that looks like the New Jersey?
New Jersey, yes.
I like that.
That's in the process of being printed now as we speak. But the caricatures.
Oh, this guy, Steve Nyman, he is unbelievable. Steve Nyman can take a photograph of you, or you sit down in front of him, and he will make a caricature of you and capture your personality. This is a great thing to have at parties for entertaining your guests. Gifts of characters from photos, entertainment for weddings, trade shows, family reunions, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, birthdays, anniversaries, corporate dinner dances, business luncheons. Now, to find out more about this great artist, Steve Nyman, who made a thing, I swear, I'm ready to come off the page when I look at it. It looks like I'm alive. It really is colorful and funny, and it captures me. All you have to do is visit him on the Internet, www.aaacaricatures.com. That's www.aaacaricatures.com, or call on the telephone 973-586-0790. That's the old-fashioned way, and it still works. You get him on the phone in person. 973-586-0790. Steve Nyman is the artist who made my caricature, the Uncle Floyd caricature. Call 973-586-0790.
And the toll-free number here is 877-715-7570. 877-715-7570.
And he makes these exaggerations. They're comical exaggerations of somebody's personality and face. And he'd look at me. Wow, that's great. That really is, isn't it, Joe?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And we want to give a big shout-out to James Napadano for promoting the Uncle Floyd Radio Show on his show, Three Guys from Newark in Little Italy, on his show last night.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
He promoted our program. So.
And you know who else did? Rich Connerty, and so many people told me they heard him on radio station WFUV out of Fordham University in the Bronx. He did a whole thing about this. That's really nice. I don't know if you know his broadcast program. He's been on the radio 38 years or something like that. And he's a young guy.
Right.
But he plays the old records from the 1920s and 30s. And he has celebrities on his show, and he talked about this because a few people told me they heard it. I hear a lot of his show, but I didn't hear that particular segment, so we thank him.
Yes.
There's a little buzz out there.
Everybody, you know what? We scratch their back, they scratch ours. We help each other out in this new wilderness that we're expanding into.
Well, I see it like the Wild West. There's no law and order to it yet. There's still no wire fences and boundaries.
Well, there is when it comes to music. Okay, they control you over the music that you're playing. There's a lot of illegal guys out there illegally playing music over the internet, but you must do it the right way. It's very inexpensive to pay your royalties.
Yeah,
each
a
month.
mechanical fee is all you need.
Yes, so
and we're going to do that.
Yes, we are.
So we have to get. You're going to look into that because I'm anxious to get these on the air.
I'm talking with Gary online right now, and Gary.
I thought you were doing this right now.
I am, but I multitask, Floyd. I'm able to multitask. See, that's the younger generation's ability to multitask.
The younger generations.
Yes.
The younger generation. Why do you look at me when you say that?
Well,
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to organize the seniors, and we're going to make an army and just attack everybody.
Oh, no,
that's
a whole bunch of Mrs. Walkers.
No. All we need is a leader. We need a George Washington. We need a guy like me to get up there and say, "Here's what we're doing."
I say you get Mrs. Walker to be the.
We won't draft her.
She could fling biscuits.
Don't you laugh. You'd be surprised
the
out
loaf
there.
of bread that she's been baking.
Don't forget the seniors. In a gang fight, can you imagine a bunch of seniors?
Poked with canes
come on.
and walkers.
No, there's a big difference.
I know.
The seniors know tricks.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have made it this long. We know tricks.
Oh, God.
You know, there's an old joke, and there's various versions. Why don't they draft men that are 60, 62, 63? Why don't they take them in the Army? You know why? If I was with a 20-year-old guy behind a hill, and I'm in my 60s, I'd say, "Hey, kid, come here. I'll tell you what to do. You take my hand grenade and go throw it, and I'll get you a six-pack. I'll buy you a six-pack after the battle."
Oh, that's funny.
We know how to operate, that's all.
Well, you know how to schmooze people. Well,
you have to learn to play the game.
Well, no, I think you take advantage of the old saying that respect your elders. And you find a youngster that respects you, you take advantage of it.
You know, and I did that, and it's getting everywhere I go, young people, young men behind the counter say, "Okay, boss." They call me boss. This is a new thing that's just recently arriving. Have you noticed that? Yeah. Or you're too young. They don't call you boss?
No, they do. They do.
There's always young guys.
I was actually carded at a liquor store not too long ago, and I said, well, this is the first time in...
Where'd you go, Mr. Magoo's Wine and Liquors? Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Well, they thought you were under 21?
Yeah,
and they're running a liquor store?
Don't ask me why. I don't know. I asked, and they said, well, we just have to make sure. And I don't know if to take it as a compliment because I don't look 20. I don't look 20.
They don't want to be accused of profiling.
I don't look 40. But real quickly, before I forget, we want to give a shout-out to Mary Lee Kuchan, if I can see the screen correctly. She sent us an email. She says, "Hi, Uncle Floyd. I'm writing from out in the California desert, Joshua Tree, California, where her home is now. But I'm originally from South Orange, New Jersey, a longtime fan from the Channel 68 days as a kid."
What does she do on the desert?
She's 40 now. It's so great to hear your voice. Reminds me of home. With a little.
What in the world?
Do you know what an emoticon is?
Certainly, I know what an emoticon is.
What is an emoticon?
Emoticon is like a robotic.
No. Emoticon.
Emoticon. Oh, I thought you said emoticon.
No, emoticon.
Emoticon. Emoticon is a.
I can't wait to hear this one. Go ahead.
You know,
wait, hold on,
a
hold on.
gangster is a
con.
Wait,
hold on.
So it's
wait. Floyd, Uncle Floyd, what is an emoticon?
An emoticon. Well, Al Capone had one. It was a Caponecon. It was a moticon. Is a modicum, something little for a con. It has to be something little, right?
An emoticon.
The Latin word emoticonus.
Okay, an emoticon.
Emoticonus.
If you look at the keyboard here,
yes.
Now this is called a keyboard.
Yeah,
okay?
But I speak Latin. The emoticonus is Latin for small things.
Okay.
Go ahead.
When
Thus the word, you don't have a modicum of class.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
That comes from Latin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You see this button with the colon? You know what a colon and a semicolon is,
well,
right?
they get your colon is that's another whole thing.
Yes. If you hold down the shift key and hit colon, and then you shift and a bracket, that makes a little smiley face.
Why?
And that's called an emoticon.
Of what value is that?
So when you express to somebody, because when you're text messaging or emailing, it's very hard to determine the tone of the email.
That's because when I write in pencil or pen, they get the tone of the letter.
No, well, even if you're writing, it's hard to have the mood of your writing come across, whether you're being sarcastic, serious, comical in a sense. So what people do is they say, "Oh yeah, I'm having a great day." Now, if you ask someone, "How's your day?" "Oh, I'm having a wonderful day." That could be interpreted as sarcastic, as a good thing, a bad thing. What people do is they add these emoticons on the end, a little smiley face, a little happy face.
But
there's tons of emoticons out there.
But we were on the desert.
Yes,
how did we get from the desert to this?
She put an emoticon in here. She says, "Reminds me of home," with the smiley face emoticon. So I wanted to explain.
Well, she was expressing. She heard my voice, and it reminded her of South Orange
And she's
Ave.
got a big smiley emoticon in there.
Grunnings for ice cream.
She says, "I'm working as a chef today, preparing a classic Italian dinner for a big event this weekend, bringing a little Jersey Italian to a very much not Italian desert."
And Cryon's closed over there in that neighborhood. A classic bar for years. I don't know if she knows about that. She lives in the desert in California now.
Right.
Well,
right.
so.
But she said she's so glad to have you in the background while at work, so keep it up. Much love, Mary Lee Kuchan.
Oh, that's very nice.
And she's a chef. She should change her last name to Kitchen.
How do you be a chef in a desert, though? I don't understand.
Well, some people eat fried cactus, I guess. I don't know. But she said she's making Italian dinner for a big event tonight, bringing a little Jersey Italian food to a very much not Italian group of desert folks out there. So.
Yeah, you've got to be careful with ethnic food. If the people aren't familiar with it, I don't know, did this here. I was in Southern Virginia.
Ethnic food?
Italian.
That's not ethnic. What do you mean Italians? Italian food is so domesticated has been overly domesticated in this country.
Well,
it's not. I wouldn't consider it domestic or ethnic food. If I've like couscous or something like that I'm eating with the cut off ear of a sheep, yes, that's ethnic food to me. But
we eat things that you don't find in restaurants. That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
we eat things. The skin of the pig. No. Certain things, pig's knuckles, Parmesan.
That's found in restaurants.
Stuffed lentils. You don't find that.
Well, obscure objects.
When is the last time
mainstream.
You had stuffed lentils? You don't have them.
No, never had them. I've never had them.
Have you ever had a hollow meatball?
A hollow meatball?
Yes, that's very Italian. Very old.
No.
Old timers made it.
No.
How about broccoli soup?
Bernardette, can you make it a hollow meatball?
My point is that I was in Southern Virginia and I heard a guy say he called a pizza a wheel. I like to have one of them wheels. A wheel? And when I was in Florida once, in a so-called Italian restaurant, the girl said, the waitress said, we have some nice tubes. I says, tubes? She was talking about ziti.
Oh,
macaroni.
Zitis, yeah.
They call them tubes.
I've heard of it. Tube macaroni.
You like tube macaroni?
Tube macaroni,
Tubes.
yeah.
Tubes. But not even tubetti or tubettini, but tubes.
Right.
But I know things.
I'm glad to hear that. So we're reaching California, which is a good thing. That's great.
Well, you had someone in Nicaragua contact us. People,
right.
38 people in the city of Milan.
And this is the beauty.
Milano, Italy.
Yes, that's right. Canada, actually, they have
You
family.
said Croatia, Montenegro,
yes,
somebody?
all around the world. Japan, everywhere. Germany, everywhere. People
And
are
a lot of that stuff shows up as GOV, government.
The British.
Because they're soldiers or people in the armed forces.
That's right.
Or working for the government out of the country who listen to us in maybe Scandinavia, for example.
Right. And get this, I mentioned meatballs and Bernardette calls.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Bernardette.
Hi, Joe. There's no such thing as a hollow meatball. That's one of Floyd's jokes.
I know.
But ask him how he stuffs his lentils.
With a syringe.
I was about to ask that before, but we got cut off. So something else. Hollowed meatballs.
Oh, my God.
That's like Bernardette.
Bernardette,
it's like you asking me for an extension cord, and I say, okay, I'll give you the cordless one.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Hollow meatballs.
Exactly.
I think my mother knew how to make them. There's
lentils.
I'll give
Next, it's going to be parsley parmesan. You watch.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go get him some stuffed rice. Hold on a minute.
Let me ask her a more important question. Bernadette, in your neighborhood, did you, after the snow fell and where you live, I know they have about almost 2 feet of snow. Did you notice there's hardly any snowmen around?
Yeah, no, the kids don't go out and play in the snow. They're always on the computers. What, are you kidding me?
I only saw 8 snowmen this past, and that's counting my travels throughout the state of New Jersey.
Well, you saw 8 more than I did.
You saw none in your
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
I can't remember the last time I saw a snowman in this neighborhood. Okay, all the kids around here.
Yeah.
You know, I got 6 next door on one side. I got 3 next door on the other side. You know, they're all over. There's lots of kids. There's no snowmen.
Well, it's because you're too busy.
They don't even walk to
You're
school.
too.
They live 2 blocks from the school, and the parents are dropping them off.
You're too
It's
busy
like a zoo
feeding
out
them,
here.
Bernadette. You're too busy feeding them. That's what's keeping them inside.
No, but there's no
Charlie Brown.
No snowmen, and I'm very alarmed by it. I don't know if children just don't want to make snowmen anymore.
Yeah.
They don't play outside. Why do you think they're having so many problems with these kids coming down with diabetes and stuff? Because they're not active enough.
Right.
You know, when I was a kid, you know this, Floyd, because you were the same way. In the summertime, we ran out the door at 8 o'clock in the morning. We were lucky if we got home by 6 in order to eat dinner, and then we were out again until it turned dark.
When I remember in the summertime, when the church bells would ring, that's how we knew it would time. Every kid would freeze on the sidewalk. Everybody, quiet, shh. And we'd count the bells.
Right.
And then we would know it's 5 o'clock. And everybody go, way, great, we have another hour. Because we had to, almost every kid had to be home at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, yeah.
6 o'clock, you were in the house sitting
and then we had to be in when the one street light came on, you know, in the house at that point.
Right.
And we used to always pray, we were going to shoot the street light out, you know?
And every kid had a job. I mean, one of my many jobs was I had to wash the milk bottles. And then my father would inspect them. He'd hold them up to the outside, go out in a milk box and take the milk bottles, the glass milk bottles, and aim them at the sky and say, oh, come here, you. Come here. Look at this spot over here. Now clean that. I don't want the milkmen to think we're a bunch of pigs.
Where did you go wrong here? You had to wash milk bottles.
Well, a lot of kids
and you've wasted this time of your life being an entertainer when you could have been a milk bottle washer. My Lord, what is something wrong with you?
Floyd is very clean.
Yes.
When you look at him, you can see he's very, very clean.
I know. I can tell by the stains on his shirt.
I'd like to hire him as my maid because I hate to clean, but I have to.
Bernadette, I can tell. I can tell by the red sauce stain on his shirt.
Oh, stop! He thinks I ate one of those stuffed shells, Bernadette. But when you were a kid, Bernadette, didn't your parents gave you had jobs? I'm sure. What was one of your jobs?
Oh, I don't know. My father was always on. He didn't like me reading books. He used to go crazy. He thought it was a waste of time. Because, he only went to the 8th grade. They let him out early because he had to support the family. So and if I read a book, he would go nuts. So I used to have to hide to read books. I used to have to help my mother with things. Yeah, and I love to. I still to this day read books, but I had to hide.
I can't even get my own kids to read their books.
I love books, still to this day.
Your father obviously was an intelligent man. With an 8th grade education, he raised a family and provided
and bought a house.
And bought a house. So he was denied the privilege of going to school. He was taken out early to go to work and support his family. That's kind of sad, but it's also so admirable of his qualities to be able to survive.
But you know
like
what,
that.
Floyd?
Yeah.
He read the newspaper, every single thing in the newspaper, even with his 8th grade education.
Yeah.
You would have never thought he was an 8th grade educated person. Like I said, he read that newspaper from beginning to end. He didn't miss anything. He listened to the news. He knew everything that was going on.
Well, you know what? Maybe it was the choice of material you were reading. When you were in high school, if you were reading Dick and Jane Meet Spot, maybe your father...
No, at that point I was reading a lot on Freud when I was in high school.
On Freud? Did you say Freud? Sigmund Freud?
Sigmund Freud. Yep.
I played
Floyd?
Sigmund Freud. I played him in a play called The Far Country.
I thought you played George Washington.
That was in
Capsule.
3rd grade. In high school, I played Sigmund Freud, and I remember anyway. But nobody cares about that. But yes, I did. I played George Washington first. George Washington in the 3rd grade. In the 4th grade, I was Dr. Robert Goddard, the father of modern rocketry. This is 4th grade.
How come you never played Werner von Braun? He was big in the Rockets.
Because Werner von Helmstetter had that part. You know what else? Bernardette, when you went to, do you remember 1st grade? Did they have square dancing in 1st grade?
I remember doing, I remember it was 1st grade, but I remember doing it in grammar school,
In grammar school, we had to learn how to square dance. Honor thy partner. And do-si-do. Promenade and swing your partner.
Yeah,
we learned all that.
Swing your partner.
They don't do that anymore either.
I don't think so. It's another thing that they don't do. They don't give them recess in a lot of these schools. They cut their lunch to 15 minutes. They got no playtime. That's another thing with no activity.
Yeah, well...
Really?
Well, I thought I appreciate your call, and we're straightening out. We're trying to figure out what happened to that one stuffed shell, and we're getting close to coming to a conclusion.
I think I can't count. Maybe they didn't teach me how to count when I was at Rutgers. I don't know.
No, Bernadette, when I tell you there's a big red stain on his shirt.
There is not.
I'm telling you, I knew it was.
He thinks I ate it in the car.
He swore to me he would get it to you. He swore to me because I threatened him with Ned's Pizza Games.
He said I ate it at a red light on Route 22. Somebody saw me and faxed him a note. They said,
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, they
faxed
me.
What's wrong with the word faxed? What's wrong with that, Joe? Can anybody fax?
Faxed.
They don't do that either anymore?
Well, most businesses do, but email's the big thing for the last decade and a half. All right, Bernadette, thanks for calling again. She's always a treat.
You don't get faxes from friends? No, seriously.
No, I get instant messages. Like I'm communicating with Gary right now. The only person we're not hearing from is Paul. And actually on Facebook, Rebecca Mathis posted, wonder how Paul's doing. I was worried about him after the last show.
Who said this? Rebecca Mathis?
Rebecca Mathis, yeah.
Who is she to start trouble like this?
She's one of our Facebook followers. She was concerned about Paul with him going up to see Mrs. Walker.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
yeah.
She was getting a little
I don't think
concerned.
he never went there. I know that for a fact. Paul did not go there. And this Mrs. Walker, I think, is a teller of tales. I don't think there were three men there with the name Paul. I think she's, illusionary. What is the word?
Delusional.
Delusional.
Yes. Just a wee bit delusional.
What does illusionary mean?
You know what we need to get Mrs. Walker?
What?
A washboard.
Why?
Well, she's always asking for dentist.
I see your point.
Well, we should get her a washboard and let those, 5-inch long nails
How do you know? That's terrible. You don't know what she looks like.
I don't want to know.
This is somebody's mother. You
Wait,
know?
dude, hold on a second. She's explaining the foot fungus that looks like a pumpkin growing off her big toe, and you are concerned with me making a comment about what she looks like? All right, let's cut this one short. Let's go to the phones.
You're on Uncle Floyd, UncleFloydRadio.com. Uncle Floyd Radio. Isn't it UncleFloydRadio.com?
I thought you were going to say Uncle Floyd's foot fungus.
No, how stupid, Joe. Really. This is UncleFloydRadio.com. Hello, you're on the air.
Well, I'm sitting at my desk, and I was having lunch, but...
well, Joe ruined that for you.
Hearing about that, I think I'll put the food aside for a while now. Hey, were you ever on the Joe Franklin show?
I was on the Joe Franklin television show about 8 times.
Yeah, I thought so. What was that experience like?
It was great until the day he forgot one of the guests' names. First of all, who are you and where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm a regular caller. My name is Dave from PA.
Oh, Dave from Pennsylvania. Okay. Now, he had Happy the Clown from Connecticut. He had me. I don't know if it was Connie Francis, and then Louis Jourdan. Do you remember the actor Louis Jourdan? He was
wow.
Yeah, he was a big French actor, and he was very popular in this country. And at the end of the show, Joe Franklin said, I want to thank my blue ribbon stellar panel, my friends, Happy the Clown and Connie Francis and Uncle Floyd and Louis. So he said, Jourdan, Joe, Louis Jourdan, Joe. He actually called him that.
Yeah, you know, he survived. I mean, he was on how many years? At least 40 years on TV?
Oh, sure, more than that, because he started in 1941 on radio in 1941 as the record picker for Martin Block.
I went into the city about last summer on business, and I actually saw him and his son schlepping around. He still has an office in downtown Manhattan that he says he goes to every day, and he's still out and about.
Well, he's got to be about 85. I mean, God bless him. He's been. What is so funny, Joe Lemire? Joe's laughing at this man's talking about Joe Franklin, and you're.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt here, but Floyd, I don't know if you can see this picture here.
What? It looks like a soldier in the desert.
No, Gary just alerted me to the fact that we have a picture of Mrs. Walker in our email.
Oh,
and there she is laying in the snow with the walker knocked over and just laying there.
Oh, that looks like sand. First of all,
that's snow. That's snow. That's anyway.
That's terrible.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, my friend, were you a fan? Did you ever meet Joe Franklin?
Yeah, I did. I saw him. Like I said, he has an office downtown. I just saw him walking around. Went up and introduced myself, and son was with him, and I thanked him for all the many years of great entertainment. And he's well over 4 feet.
Well,
very small guy. Very small in stature, but used to love his show. I don't think anybody ever had a show like him.
No, nobody ever did. He was on television, radio. He was on ABC in New York originally. Then he was on WOR for a number of years, and on the radio he went on till I don't know, maybe 10 years ago when he was finally finished at WOR. Maybe 8 years ago. But I still think people would watch a show like that. Well, no, I don't. I think the business has changed, and it keeps changing faster and faster. And I find that show business, which once was a very integrated art form, is now more and more segregated or split. For example, the Ed Sullivan Show, you would never see anything like that today, where they would have a soul singer on and then a violin player from Romania. And then after that, Topo Gigio, the singing mouse. Well, the difference is back then, kids actually watched shows with their parents. Now, there's a TV in every room, and very rarely is there a show where the parents watch with the kids. Well, that's what I mean. They all have their own channels, their own little split audiences, or what's the niche audience it's called? Niche audiences. There's guys I know that only watch sports on television. That's it. They don't watch news. They don't watch music. They only watch sports. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you don't have an integrated art form any longer.
Right, right.
Your show was probably one of that adults would watch as well as
Yeah, because I was old school. Don't forget, I worked in the circuses. I came from variety, amusement park circuit. I worked in nightclubs, so I thought that was, and I grew up on early television thinking that it was family, or important for the whole family to enjoy a show.
Yeah. I noticed that all your brothers are very musical as well as you. How important was it in your household that everybody knew how to play an instrument and was musical? Because you don't have that anymore.
Well, the family was on both sides. My mother's people and my father's people were involved in performing arts and music, so it was only natural. We never even thought about it. The way a farming family never thinks about it. Or
How many instruments do you actually play?
Me? I only play about 8. My brother Jimmy plays everything.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't play them all well. But I look. It's all related. I love it. I'm trying to learn the glockenspiel right now.
You're serious? Really?
No.
Hey, are you going to be performing in Scranton or Wilkes-Barre for that Italian festival? Have they booked you?
No, they haven't booked. I did it 3 years in a row. Have you been there?
Oh yeah, I saw you 2 years. It was wonderful.
Now they said the mice problem.
Were you there when the mice came out of the sewer, though?
Yeah, because they smelled the food that was being...
The pizza. I know the cheese was...
I thought they were evacuating because of Uncle Floyd's performance.
Well, that could have been, but
and
I enjoyed them anyway.
I said on the microphone, "Ladies, behave, stop." What a couple of mice running around. Yeah. It's not but they were standing on their chairs screaming.
It probably was the first time in a while that you actually had women screaming for you.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Yeah, now I know what it's like to be Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck with the show. It's wonderful. You have a lot more listeners than you think you do, and you're really beloved. It's great that you're back. Good luck.
Thank you so much. That's so nice.
We appreciate
Call from
it.
Pennsylvania.
Yes. So
you said the signal's going out.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. But what are these ridiculous pictures you show me? That wasn't Mrs. Walker.
Yeah, these are
Who
apparently...
sent that? She sent it?
These are pictures...
Of her?
Well, before I forget...
That's ridiculous.
Dave Leto, apologize for mispronunciation of the last name. Dave.
Well, how does the name spelled?
Leto.
Leto.
It all
depends.
It's
it's Scandinavian name.
He says, in regards to the Italian 12 Days of Christmas.
Yes.
He said, hello, I grew up watching this on a VHS tape every Christmas. Was wondering if there was any way to get a good copy of it, possibly on DVD.
No, but we did it for many years on the Christmas Eve show. That's what he's talking about.
Right.
No, but I don't even know. I don't know if it exists.
Right.
It
has to exist somewhere.
Oh gosh.
What time frame was that when you did it? Was it
from 1974 until about 1983?
So it would be down in Trenton, possibly.
Those shows were all destroyed.
We need to get into the archives down in Trenton that we talked about.
No, they've been burnt. They've been erased. In other words, they're gone forever.
I don't know.
Well, that's what Friedman said when he called here a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he was
he said to go down there, get in touch with them because they have to have them down there.
No, I understand they destroyed them all.
No, he said no. They have them most likely stored in a vault.
A vault.
Well, you know what I mean. The vault is the term for the safe place for all the archival shows. So, but anyway.
Well, I'm all ears. I don't know if there'd be a lot of interesting stuff on those shows.
Where was I going with this? Oh, also, let the listeners know, Gary set up some of the episodes on YouTube, okay? So we're cross-promoting here with YouTube.
Why?
Why? Because the goal is to
bring them here.
Yeah, it makes us as popular as possible.
So if you put some of these hours on YouTube, what does that do? It makes somebody come here?
There's a picture of you.
Yeah, and they say go to UncleFloydRadio.com?
Yeah, and you hear the shows. So anybody that searches, we just have a whole slew of people that they're in the email right now that have subscribed to the YouTube service that we offer now. The show's on YouTube. So we're branching out. So anybody listening, go to YouTube, search Uncle Floyd Radio.
I don't understand. Wait, why would you take people from here and send them to another avenue?
Because it attracts more people. It's cross-promotion. Share it with your friends so they can come back and listen to the show, like the Facebook page, and become involved, and our audience grows.
So, and that you have proof that happens?
It's called PR and marketing, okay? Standard tactics.
Don't get wise with me, Mr. Lemire.
Okay.
Don't get wise with me because
what do you think
Paul's
we're doing
going to beat you up.
Yeah, Paul Mrs. Walker's going to chase you down.
No, I'm trying to understand the logic behind this. Somebody goes to, if they come to UncleFloydRadio.com, they get us.
Okay, for instance.
Why would they go to YouTube for this?
Here, I'm going to explain the basics of the Internet and whatnot. We build UncleFloydRadio.com website.
That's here.
Okay. The Uncle Floyd Radio
I understand that.
website.
Okay.
That's how people listen to us through that.
I understand
now, if we did that and only that, it would take a long time to build up an audience.
Okay.
So therefore, we went to Facebook. We had reached out to people that we know to help promote this on their Facebook pages.
Which is working somewhat.
It's working tremendously, and we have to thank these people. You need to thank these people.
And what does that translate to? In an audience has quadrupled since we started.
Exponentially growing. In a time where it should have taken a year, it's happened in a month.
And you think by promoting me on YouTube, someone goes to YouTube who doesn't know about this will find out about this through YouTube?
Yes, because they're not on Facebook, and it tested it because I did it before we even began the program.
So that's like if I was working at the Brook Theater in Bound Brook, doing a show on stage, I would have somebody go across the street and put my act in a little nightclub and tell people, yeah, you can watch me here, but I'm also in the theater across the street.
That's right. They're promoting it for us, yes. And right now, actually, I'm going to take a look and see because...
And you can keep track and monitor this?
Oh, yeah.
So if it doesn't work, you dump it out, right?
Wait, what?
If it doesn't work, if you're not getting any growth from this, you can halt it, stop it.
Oh, yeah, we can cut it, but we are getting growth from it right now.
Oh, you are? So right now, I wonder if anybody would call me here and said they found out about me on YouTube. Oh,
yes.
That's going to happen now? I want proof in the pudding, Mr. Lemire.
I'm showing you right now.
I want proof, you and your graphs and
1, 2, 3, 4,
and your
5,
three-piece
6, 7,
suit.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people, and just today alone, within the last, I'm looking at the time here, hour, like the YouTube account.
Okay, so they found out about this through YouTube.
Yes. We're hitting all of the marketing.
Yes, I know. And then those 15 people tell 10 each, and now you got 150 more people.
That's right. And we can only, the crew that we have can only do so much in so much time.
I understand.
While you're sitting at the local watering hole getting plastered. So,
now, don't start that again because I had a bad reputation for years.
Did I say that? Well,
I don't know where this started.
Anyway.
I enjoy a nice drink. I enjoy with friends.
So basically what I said was true. Anyway.
I can't stand warm beer. It has to be ice cold.
That's right.
No, a lot of guys drink warm beer.
Do you put ice cubes in your beer?
No. But it's got to be ice cold when I drink beer.
Okay.
But I prefer vodka. Vodka and cranberry juice.
Actually, you know what?
I don't drink scotch on the rocks anymore.
Put the artificial ice cubes in your beer, and it doesn't water it down, and it makes it ice cold.
I don't use artificial anything. I don't drink gin. I used to drink a lot of gin and tonic. I cut back on that.
Right.
And naturally, wine. I don't consider wine, Italian red wine. I don't consider that a drink.
Yeah, see, I don't either. I'm very picky about wine. Wine, unless I'm eating something, it's something that I only drink when I eat. And I love when I'm eating something to drink, a red or a white wine or whatever goes well with the food. I like to experiment with the wines, but it has to be with food because it enhances the flavor, brings out the flavor of the food, and it brings out the flavor of the food, brings out the flavor of the wine. They complement each other. So you'll never catch me chugging, sitting back with a bottle of wine.
But it's embarrassing. In show business circles, I was not known as a drunk, but I was known as quite a drinker.
Yes.
And that was because of the time I come from in life. That was acceptable behavior by men. It was just the way it was.
Well, plus it made you funny.
No, it didn't. No, on the contrary. I don't. If I have too much to drink, if I have $1,000 on me and I get drunk, you know what I do? I get rid of the money. I give it away.
Yeah.
That's bad. I'm a bad drunk that way. I'd say, here, Joe, you're a good guy. Buy your kids a toy.
$5,000 Matchbox
I wake
card.
up the next morning and say, what the hell did I do last night?
No, I'm not insinuating whatsoever. But I'm going to tell you right now that since we've been talking about this, 2 more people right now within a minute of each other have subscribed to our YouTube channel. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep adding to YouTube. It's going to bring people in. One thing I did want to check really quick was our Facebook page, because it's slowly been growing here. And I also need to...
How many people do you have on your Facebook? You call it our Facebook page.
Yeah, it's the Uncle Floyd Radio.
UncleFloydRadio.com. How many people are on that?
Well, right now, we did hit 601 likes.
Okay.
Now, that's just people that liked it. People can still follow it and look at it that don't like it.
But on David Bird's page, there's 5,000 people on it.
Now, those are friends.
Well, what is that? It's Facebook.
But it's we have an organization page. Okay, he has a personal account.
Well, he has 2,500 people waiting to get on. I told him, well, take half of that 5,000 and get rid of 2,500 of them, because they probably don't pay attention anymore.
Make a page and start from scratch, and you could have 5 million likes, and they can follow it.
Well, how much does President Obama has? 48 million people on his Facebook?
Yeah, whatever it may be.
President Obama has 48 million.
I don't know.
Springsteen has 36 million. It's unbelievable.
Right. And that's a page.
We're talking about
that's a fan page, okay? Yeah. As opposed to a personal account where Facebook has a limit of only 5,000 friends that you can have at
How
this
many
point.
do I have more than Fred? Is there anybody I have more? Does Fred Flintstone have more on his Facebook?
Fred Flintstone? I don't think he has a Facebook page. I'm trying to read a message here from Gary. See, Gary's working remotely. This message comes in from Tony Messina.
Tony Messino with M-A-S?
No, with an A on the end. Hold on, I need my glasses for this one.
Messina, M-E-S-S-I-N-A?
Yeah.
Because I know Tony Messino, M-A-S-I-N-O from Newark, New Jersey.
It's
a different
message in Facebook from Tony Messina. Told him Gary told him that he would have Floyd address it today. Says, hi, my name is Tony Messina, and I used to love listening to you on the Wise Guys show. He sorely misses it. Have met Cha-Cha a few different times while visiting New York. And you once mentioned on your show that you were going to write a book about Italian Americans. And he wanted to know, did you ever write that book?
Where's this Tony Messina from?
That doesn't tell me that. Gary, if you're listening, do me a favor, feed me that information.
I've been approached by many people to have a book based on my almost 700 weekly columns in the Italian Tribune newspaper. That every week I write a column, and it's in English for the Italian Tribune newspaper.
Right.
And I've been asked to put those in book form, but nothing's ever come from it because I just didn't meet the right people yet, you know.
Gary responded. He's from Brooklyn. He lives in Indiana now.
Oh,
so
poor thing.
What's wrong with Indiana?
I heard the pizza there is pathetic.
He says
there's nice people in Indiana, but they should not try to even make it.
He says he's in New York a couple of times a year and enjoys all the Italian food and culture that he can squeeze in. He said his father's parents were both from Sicily, and they have a strong connection to their Sicilian Italian roots. He says, thanks for all the years of the Wise Guys show. I look forward to hearing from you.
Well, I've written about Sicily many times in the Italian newspapers, and it's the most misunderstood island on the globe, and the history is so deep and complex. But that's another whole thing I do on this side.
In regards to the YouTube service, people requested that because there are people that don't use other services such as iTunes. They can't afford an iPod or anything, or smartphones. So there's no other way to listen except via our website or on YouTube. So they requested that, and we wanted an easier way for people to listen as well as cross-promote and market. So
they can go on YouTube now 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and hear this?
Well, we're adding shows as we go along. We're adding the programs, yeah. So it's the audio, but
you want to bring those people here.
Yeah.
Because we don't have anything to gain by them being on YouTube. I mean, if people get 5 million hits on YouTube and they can't make a nickel with it,
am I the only one going around in circles here?
Answer me this question.
Okay.
I have many friends who've had 3 million, 5 million hits on YouTube. They don't make 10 cents. What is the purpose of that?
This is your whole
my problem that I don't understand.
You don't understand this, yes.
I don't, because when
you could have 5 million hits.
It means nothing.
Means nothing.
Okay.
You could have
an audience of 5 million people mean nothing.
Right.
That's
and in one case,
show business. That's
and on the other, on the flip side, it could mean something. You know, it could be.
I'm not a stupid man, but I don't understand how you can have an audience of 5 million of anything.
I'm not insinuating
5
that.
million dogs
that.
would.
I think of the world of you. Maybe the world.
You know
is
the world.
The size of
shape
Pluto.
The world.
But you know, when you have a video such as such as this one.
They said snow.
I know.
I gotta get the bread of that.
Okay, so
Something
5
like
million
that goes.
people.
I mean, something as that as just the concept. What Vic came up with that one was just ingenious. I mean, he was just that was just. There's no words to describe it. But you come up with something that is pretty standard. You know, you could get 500 likes. But that doesn't necessarily represent the people watching it. That's only the people liking it. Now you have views. Views are different, and views are when it typically goes viral. So I know it's a lot. You know, it's sometimes can get
I learned in
confusing.
8th grade. There's only 3 themes in life: man against man against time, man against nature. Period. There's nothing else. I'm obviously man against time.
You're man against technology.
That's time. Technology equals time.
No.
Well, with time, technology. Without time, there'd be no technology. We'd still be cavemen.
877-715.
My point is, if I do a show for 30 people, I get money out of it.
Right.
If you do a show for 5 million, you get nothing. I don't get that. I'm too thick to understand that. But go ahead. We have a caller?
Actually, we have to take a break. It's top of the hour. We do have a caller. We're going to ask the caller to hold on line just for a few moments. 877-715-7570. That is the telephone number. And we'll be back with your calls. And we're going to do some more trivia, aren't we, Floyd?
I'm ready. You got a call. I got the question.
Okay. So anybody that's trying to call in, just hang on the phones. All right, we'll be doing that in a little bit. Uncle Floyd trivia, where we're going to give away a one-of-a-kind Uncle Floyd hand-drawn doodle mug, coffee mug, okay? That'll be coming up. We'll be giving those away with Uncle Floyd trivia.
Uncle Floyd will be back in a moment on UncleFloydRadio.com. In today's busy world, many of us tend to forget how important it is to maintain a healthy lifestyle. But there's one thing that we will never forget how to do, and that is how to ride a bicycle. So if you're looking to shed a few extra pounds while exercising in a fun and safe way, check out the Central Jersey Bicycle Club of New Jersey. Originally founded in 1968, the Central Jersey Bicycle Club is one of the oldest and largest, most active bicycle clubs in the entire country. The Central Jersey Bicycle Club sponsors several rides throughout the year, such as the Farmlands Flat Tour, the Hillier Than Thou Ride, and the Longest Day Ride, a 200-mile bicycle ride from High Point to Cape May, New Jersey, while the club sponsors 10-mile jaunts taken at a leisurely pace to rides that span multiple New Jersey counties. The Central Jersey Bicycle Club has rides for bicyclists of all abilities. How do you become a member of the Central Jersey Bicycle Club? It's simple. Just visit www.cjbc.org. That's www.cjbc.org. Visit their website today and start that ride to a healthier lifestyle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited about our first record album.
Boy, oh boy, I can't wait till I get to do something on the album.
Oh, well, Oogie, this is an important album now. We don't want just old jokes and old songs from you.
No, I have something brand new. Why, this is going to be the latest craze.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Oh, first you snap your fingers. Yeah, then you smack your lips. Oh, then you flap your arms. Then you twist your wrists. Oh, now you got it, baby. It goes like this. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, oh, first you snap your fingers. Yeah, then you smack your lips. Then you flap your arms. Then you twist your wrists. Oh, now you got it, baby. It goes like this. Hachi-vachi. Ah, play it, mama. Yeah.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. I'm Uncle Floyd.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
I got a problem with Oogie.
He said he won't talk to you.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
Frank Sinatra.
Oh, geez, he came back, huh?
Benjamin Franklin, the smartest man ever.
He only knew how to fly a kite.
How dare you say that about the most brilliant man who ever lived? You know, he had a friend who lived in a tree.
You are caller number 10. Try again.
That's even worse. That's even worse than not even getting like poor Casper.
Hello, this is Mrs. Walker. I have a foot fungus, and they told me I could call. I don't know why I'm talking to you.
Please, Mrs. Walker. Well, I never thought my career would take me this far.
Hello. Real people, real radio. You're listening to Uncle Floyd on UncleFloydRadio.com.
And I'm Uncle Floyd, and we have a toll-free number to call us about anything that's on your mind. Anything at all. 1-877-715-7570. That's 1-877-715-7570. A lot of sevens in there.
Yes.
Maybe it's going to bring us luck. We're going to have luck.
Yeah, a lot of
1, 2,
sevens.
3, 4, 5 sevens.
Well, in the last part of the number, there's triple sevens. 715-7570.
That's the last two parts.
Triple sevens.
Well, there's a separation between the 715 and the 7570.
Well, you remember the days of only having to dial that, right?
Yes, I remember that. I remember sending mail with no zip codes, too.
Do you, Floyd? That's all you'd have to put on the envelope. Do you remember?
No, you just put.
Do you remember the days of KL54123?
I sure do. We had a telephone number, Armory 4.
Yeah.
And Cypress was the Bronx. Twin Brook was down the shore, Ocean County. Mulberry was Manhattan.
Right.
MU5 was a common exchange. Lambert was a common. So many. What's the purpose of this?
Why do you think we had the original number, which, by the way, is still in place for people to call and leave Uncle Floyd a message? 201-50-FLOYD.
They're going to leave me a message?
Well, if they call that number, they can leave you a message. We can use it in promos.
Oh, a vocal thing they leave?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
All right, let's get to the phones here.
Okay, welcome to UncleFloydRadio.com. Hello. See, this is the same guy as before. He doesn't. I hung up.
Okay, they hung up.
Maybe they thought I was a bill collector.
All right, let's go to the next line.
We have another person on the line. Welcome to UncleFloydRadio.com.
Hi, Uncle Floyd. This is John in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
What's it like in Phoenix? What's it like in Phoenix right now, John?
It's about 60 degrees and sunny.
We don't want to hear it.
And that's kind of chilly for us.
I was going to say, yeah, that's kind of cold.
What do you do in Phoenix, John?
Well, I got the greatest job in the world. I work at home, and I work in the radio business. I sit in front of a computer and make playlists for radio stations around the country, music playlists.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do any work for the number one market in the country, New York City?
No. Actually, we provide stuff for stations that can't afford to have like music directors, so it tends to be smaller towns.
Right. Okay.
Are you what kind of? You talking middle of the road? Is there such a word as middle of the road music or MOR anymore? Or?
That's kind of an old term. I do everything from hard rock to Christian formats to hot AC, which is adult contemporary, just a whole bunch of different stuff, oldies.
So you design the format, in other words, the playlist, as we would call it.
Yeah, I put together. They end up. What I send them goes right into their computer and tells them what songs to play in what order.
So what has happened to the disc jockey who brings in his 45s and LPs?
No more.
And puts them on the turn?
Long gone.
Long gone.
That kind of ended when they caught DJs way back in the 50s
payola
accepting money under the table in order to play some records.
Payola.
That kind of went away.
Yep.
I am a longtime fan. I got to tell you, Uncle Floyd, you have influenced my radio career because I was a disc jockey for so many years. And when I found your show in syndication in the early 80s, it so influenced the things I did on the air and humor. And you've had an influence on so many people all over the country that you just don't know about.
No, I don't know about it. But where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in when I was a little kid, Chicago suburbs, but pretty much grew up in San Diego. When I found your show, I got to tell you this, it was the early 80s, and it was the 5-day-a-week syndicated show, but it was on cable out of a station in Dallas, and they used to take the 5 shows and take clips of it and make just one-hour show and only show that. And when I found out from my brother in San Diego that it was supposed to be five shows per week, I called the program manager in Dallas and said, "What's going on? Why can't we see the whole show?" And she said, "Well, some of his material is not good for our audience. It's kind of offensive." So
I've offended everybody. That's been my biggest problem. I was considered so vulgar and vile. Anyway, go ahead, but don't let me stop.
It's just funny stuff. So that's when I got my brother in San Diego to record a videotape. I've still got it, a VHS tape that has about 13 episodes of the syndicated show on it. And I swear you have every radio station I've worked at everywhere in the country, I always would find somebody that would go, "You like Uncle Floyd?" Everywhere in the country, there's Uncle Floyd fans.
Well, that's nice for you to say that, John. What is the state of terrestrial radio today? What do you think is going to happen to it, and what's going on with it?
Oh, geez, I don't know if I would be a good expert on that. I'll just say that it's getting tougher to compete because there's so many other things for people to listen to, whether it's satellite radio or internet radio or just simple music on your phone or on an iPod. There's so many other challenges, so many other things to listen to, so that their little share of the pie has gradually gotten smaller and smaller.
I hear you. Well, listen, we thank you for being so nice to me and saying these nice things. You made me feel good, and I hope to meet you someday.
Well, I'll call again. I got a good Three Stooges story. I'll call again.
Oh, please call again. We have a Stoogeologist. We have an official Stoogeologist, but we're always willing to hear Three Stooges stories. And thanks for being part of UncleFloydRadio.com.
Yeah, and
nice
feel free to call back on Saturday's live show. You know, we do it twice per week.
Yeah, some people don't understand that. I don't know why. I thought that when they go to the site, all that's up on the screen.
It is, and some people just miss it. They stare at your picture and drool.
Mr. Broadway doesn't get confused.
No.
Bernardette, the Queen of the Kitchen, Count Werner von Helmstetter, Mr. Numbers.
Or Mrs. Walker.
Why?
All right, let's take another phone
call. Welcome to New Jersey. Welcome to Uncle Floyd Radio.com.
From deep in the heart of Jersey.
Uncle Floyd, this is John from Middletown. I'm already in New Jersey.
Well, okay. How are you, John? What do you do?
Actually, this is the second time calling you. I'm a medic in New York City.
Oh,
That's right. Right.
Yeah, I called you the first time. You were having problems with the radio or something like that. It went down, and we were having problems with the phone. I think we got disconnected.
Yes.
Oh, you're a pioneer with us, but you hung in there.
Yeah. I've been in there for a long time, but I put it on Facebook. But I brought my son to the dentist yesterday. I promised him he could talk to Uncle Floyd. If he was good in the chair, he was great in the chair. All excited to talk to Uncle Floyd. Now he just does not want to get on the phone.
Aww.
How old is your son?
He's 11 years old.
Oh, well, they're entitled to that age.
Gosh. Oh, sure he is.
Sure.
But they're great kids. Actually, not to be a bummer. I have two boys. My two boys are autistic. My one guy just loves sitting here and watch the old DVDs and videos of Uncle Floyd. And just saying that got him to be all of a sudden he just mummed up, wanted to listen to Oogie and Uncle Floyd and the whole thing. Now he's hiding, drawing pictures somewhere.
What are their names?
That's all right. That's okay.
Cody and Andrew.
Well, we want to say a special hello to Cody and Andrew in Middletown, New Jersey. And we want to thank them for having a nice father who introduced them to the Uncle Floyd world.
Thank you very much. And also looking forward to getting my T-shirt and stuff we already ordered.
Yeah, they're going to be coming soon. They're going to be coming soon. The pre-sale ends this Friday, and then the order is going to be placed, so they will be on their way.
Super. You know what? I see you guys on YouTube now. I subscribe to that, to Facebook. Is there anything of podcasts you can download to listen to in the car or anything like that coming in the future?
Oh, it's already out there. Yes, it's already out there. If you go to our Facebook page, you'll find information. In fact, I know Gary is listening. He's our official technical director that's on the show on Saturdays. He happens to be out of state today, but Gary if he can refresh that and bump that up on our Facebook page, you can, in fact, Get the information right there. And what do you have? You have an iTunes account or what?
Yeah, I have an iTunes account, but I don't have like an iPhone. So
Okay.
I don't have internet service outside my house, but I have it. I normally download radio programs onto the iPod, and I can listen to it wherever when I go out fishing.
Yes, you can do that. You can just subscribe to the podcast through iTunes. Do you have a smartphone of any other type, like a Droid or anything?
Tablets.
Okay, but your cell phone's just a regular cell phone?
Yeah, I'm one of those old regular cell phone guys.
Okay, hey, nothing wrong with that. What works for you works for you. But yes, you can subscribe right through iTunes, and actually through a link that Gary will be putting up on Facebook momentarily through what's called FeedBurner, our FeedBurner link. And we ask listeners to do that so we can keep better tracking of the statistics of who is subscribing to the podcast, because iTunes doesn't keep any records. So you'll be able to go to that link and click on the iTunes link and subscribe to it. And once you put your information in, it'll automatically download to your subscription and update as we put new shows up.
Hey, I still have a wall phone.
Don't laugh. Rotary phone?
No, he's got a pay phone. He's actually got a pay phone.
The phone companies won't leave me alone. They call me every 2 hours. They got to get rid of this. I got to go on the internet. I'm one of the 37%. I'm not the only one. There's a few people left like me. Well, anyway. Well, John, I admire what you do. That's what you do is wonderful. You save people's lives and try to help people, and that's great.
We also admire what you do.
I do nothing. Showbiz is the easiest racket. I can't. That's why I don't get along with a lot of entertainers. They go, I work very hard. I studied my lines. I dedicated to my craft. Get a life. So silly. It's showbiz.
So it's not that you don't just make it look easy. It is easy. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you're born into it in most cases. It's not a choice. It's like anything. If you love something, right? I don't know how you do what you do. I can't even take an aspirin.
Well, it would be the same thing in the same aspect of what you do in your profession. You walk up to a bloody accident scene or something, and it doesn't faze you as it did on the first day. Same thing with Floyd. He's been doing this so long that it's second nature to him. It just
sure.
There's no problem. You got guys in the business that have been doing it a year or two and think they should. They think they are funny, but yet they have to pay their dues and develop themselves and learn from the audience as to what works.
And the main thing in showbiz is learn to speak clearly. Lesson number 1, Joe Lemire.
Yes, I know.
Well, John, thanks for calling, and thanks for being one of our original listeners. And pass the word around. Will you do that?
I sure will do. Hey, Floyd, you still doing trivia or no?
Oh, you want to do trivia? Sure.
I would love to do trivia.
Okay, well, we have the categories are show business, sports, food, Uncle Floyd Show, history, or New Jersey.
Uncle Floyd Show.
Okay.
And now this is for an Uncle Floyd custom one-of-a-kind doodle mug.
Okay.
All right.
Here's the question. You got 10 seconds to answer.
Now, I'm going to give you want multiple choice, or you want to try a straight answer?
I would have to say multiple choice.
Okay. What musical act or group appeared on the Uncle Floyd Show most often of these following? The Smithereens, the Ramones, David Johansen, Tiny Tim, or the Chuckleheads?
10 seconds. Go.
David Johansen.
No.
I was going to say Tiny Tim, but
no.
All right.
No, we're not gonna give the answer because someone else might try for that. But
okay,
that was a good try.
I should give the answer and cut that category up because then that cuts their odds. It was the Ramones. They appeared on at least 30 times.
30 times.
I didn't know it was that many times.
Yes.
I didn't know his show aired that many times.
Joe Lemire, don't listen to him. He's just like my friend from. Anyway, so Joe will tell you what you won, John.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah,
oh, no, he won nothing. Oh, that's right. You won nothing.
You talk about me learning how to speak.
That was a tease.
I like the guy. I was trying to throw you, all right?
Your brain is just completely shot.
I was trying to help John out. He's a father of children. He's got a need for a mug.
You know what, John? I'm going to
give him a consolation prize.
We're going to give you a consolation prize. How's that?
Oh, that's phenomenal.
We have a mug without a handle on it.
Okay. A mug without a handle.
You know, most of the mugs my wife washes don't have handles anymore anyway.
Yeah, this is a left-handed mug, though.
That's fine.
This man is a medic. This man is a medic. We can give him a mug.
Mugs are ambidextrous. It doesn't matter.
It shouldn't throw me off too much.
That's right. Now, let me ask you a question. The number you called in from, I can give you a call back in a little bit to get your information?
Yeah, it's my home phone number, yes.
Okay. Also, what are your sons' names again?
Cody and Andrew.
C-O-D-Y or E-Y?
C-O-D-Y.
And Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to get Uncle Floyd to scratch up a real quick, real nice doodle mug for you, and we're going to send it out to you with their names on it and autographed by Uncle Floyd, okay?
Oh, that'd be fabulous.
All right, very good.
All right, John, thank you.
Thank you much.
All right, John, thanks for listening to the Uncle Floyd radio program. 877-715-7570.
See, I tried to trick you, Joe Lemire. If you were paying attention, I was trying to trick you into making you believe he won, and you would already. But you did a nice thing. You do have a soft spot.
Yeah, I do. I keep track of things, but yet the man serves us. And all right, we have another caller here.
Hello, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com.
Hello, this is Mrs. Walker.
Oh
Is
no,
Paul there,
we're going to have to
please?
do something about her. I'm sorry. We're going to have to tell her. What do you want?
Did Paul come back yet?
No, he's not here today. We told you this. He's not going to be here today, Mrs. Walker.
Well, I thought he'd be there by now because I don't know where we're going to go for dinner tomorrow for Valentine's Day.
I don't think anywhere. I think he's going to.
Okay.
What is it? Paul's not. He's not here today, and this is her second call.
Can you give me his number, please?
No, we're not allowed to do that. It's against the law to do that.
I have a number here she can call to.
Are you serious?
Yes, to talk to Paul.
Okay. Oh, is this Joe?
Yes, this is Joe.
Joe, you're very nice, Joe.
Some people tell me that, and I appreciate that. I am a nice guy.
Can you have Paul come to me?
Well, I can't guarantee
you can't
that.
do this. You're not allowed to do this.
I'm going to give you this number. Okay. You have something.
Okay.
You have something to write with?
Yes, of course.
Okay. It's 704.
Yes.
319.
Okay.
7254.
7254. Okay.
I want you to call that number, and then after you talk to him, I want you to call us back.
Okay, wait, I need something to write with.
Oh, well, that's what I said.
He didn't.
Well, I said you asked me if I had something to write with. I do have something to write with, but I didn't have it right with me.
Okay, go ahead and get something to write with, and be.
I have it now.
704.
Yes.
319.
319.
7254.
7254.
Yes, and you give that number a call. You give him a call right now, and then I want you to call us back after you call that number and let us know what he said, okay?
All right. Yeah, I will call him now, and we can make the reservations.
Yes, you call us back and let us know exactly.
I can't believe you're doing
what,
this.
What?
I can't believe it.
Anyway, you're going to hear what she has to say when she calls back. Hear how it went. 877-715-7570 is the telephone number to talk to Uncle Floyd.
You don't know what kind of nuts are out there. Anyway, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. Welcome, I'm Uncle Floyd. Hello, caller, you are?
Jimmy Sabini.
Jimmy Sabini, one of the music legends of New Jersey.
Thank you, Uncle Floyd. Listen, good luck with this show, and I've been listening to it. It's a great show, and I think you're going to be a major success with it.
Well, listen, regards from both my brothers. Tell the people who may not know, and my brothers know you and respect you and send their best to you when I talk to them on the phone. Jimmy Sabini, tell the people out there, summarize your career in a few paragraphs for everybody.
Well, it's a long one. I mean, I started out playing when I was 7 years old. Won the state national championships by the time I was 14. Went through Juilliard School of Music at that age. And then went on to just playing in a lot of clubs and had a big horn band called Performance Band, which was the guys from the Frankie Valli Band and Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. We toured for about 4 years, a group called Performance. Then I had a trio called Milestones. Right now I'm working in a lot of clubs. Tonight I'll be at the Balcony in Karlstadt. Friday night I'll be at Cortina's in Patterson, a great restaurant.
I know.
And Saturday I'll be at Solari's in Hackensack. But I've been keeping busy playing all the time. You can, if anybody wants to find out where I'm at, they can always just go into my website, JimmySabini.com.
Great. Do you have a Facebook page, Jimmy?
Yes, James Sabini.
Okay, so they could just search that also.
Absolutely.
And what could you tell me? What could you tell me about my brothers, Jerry and Jimmy?
Well, when they first, they used to come up and sit in with me all the time when they were first getting started in the business. Jerry, a great sax player, and I got them involved in a lot of different jobs at the beginning of their career, which I was glad to do because they're both very talented guys, as you are also. And your brother Jimmy, who's with the Conan Show, was one of my students.
That's right.
One of my brightest students. I mean, he was a quick learner, and I taught him a lot about arranging and music theory.
It's amazing because you look younger than my brothers, and you were their teacher.
Hey, listen, I feel young.
That's all that
I
matters.
think music keeps you young, doesn't it, Jimmy? They say there's some value to music.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you know what? I had one more year at medical school. I gave it all up for this.
Well, Jim, are you happy with what you decided to do?
There's, I think if there's one thing you can say in life is if you're happy with your job, then you're a happy person. I love what I do.
That's right. You can make minimum wage and be happy.
But this guy, Jimmy Sabini, and he's older than me because he's been around a long time.
Right.
And my brothers. He taught my brothers, to give you an idea. He's a legend in music circles. You worked with just about everybody. You have any quick little story about Frankie Vincent or Joe Pesci or Tommy DeVito or Frankie Valli or any of these people, these big names you performed with all over the years?
Well, they all have come up to see me at times. Frankie Valli, I did some shows with Frankie Valli. I think the last one I did was a Sweet 16 birthday party with him. Frankie Vincent has come up to see me several times and come up and sang with me. And Joe Pesci is a very talented guy. You know, he sings very well. People don't realize that.
Didn't he play the guitar? He used to play the guitar, didn't he?
Yes. And then years ago, I did a couple of weddings with the two of them.
He was Joe Pesci. Somebody told me he started with Chang Lee.
That's right.
He did, huh?
That's right. Chang Lee. That's a name from the past and a great talent too. You know what? At that time, there were so many great talented people out there. There were so many venues for people to be in. You know.
Did you know Russ Marlowe by any chance?
At Russ Marlowe used to come to see me. I was playing at a place in Florida, Hollywood, Florida, at the top of the home. And him and his lovely wife used to come up and see me out there. And that's a place that's owned by Dick Cammy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Dick Cammy, who owned the Peppermint Lounge.
What about Lou Monte? Did you ever rub elbows with Lou Monte? Or?
Not really. But I know his son very. I knew his son used to come up to see me all the time.
His son, Ray.
Yeah.
Ray, yeah. Well, because I work with Lou. See, I was in that circuit when I started at the Carnival of Venice in downtown Newark. The big club was Don's 21.
Oh, sure.
And then the big talent would go for these big places like Tom's and Paranti's on South Orange Avenue. There, big, still once in a while, big floor shows. But Jimmy, you give us a plug again where people can get in touch with you and those who remember you maybe lost track with you, and because you're still out there, you're still singing, still playing, still making people happy.
6 nights a week singing and playing. I got a recording studio. I do arranging and producing in my studio, and you're welcome to come over any time and record.
Wow, that'd be fun someday.
And yeah, you can reach me at my website is JimmySabini.com. And my Facebook is James Sabini. Just go on to James Sabini.
Well, you're a real trooper. This guy has been around a long time, and you're as nice a gentleman as I've ever met in the business. Thanks so much for calling.
The same goes out to you, Uncle Floyd. You're well respected in the business and always will be.
You call us anytime with anything on your mind. Jimmy Sabini, one of the greats.
Thanks, Jimmy. It was great talking with you.
He knows everybody.
Yes.
But when I mentioned these names, when I first ran into him, I said, what do you think about Joe Lemire? He said, who?
Who? Exactly.
No, he didn't. What do you have on your mind? So you're thinking of something.
Guess what?
What?
Mrs. Walker is back on the phone.
No, why?
Now I gave her Paul's number, so I want you to hear the result of this phone call.
All right, go ahead. I don't understand why.
I know I gave it over the air. He said it was okay. So,
all right, Mrs. Walker.
If anybody else had called it.
And then this is it for her for the day.
Okay. Mrs. Walker, you there?
Hello, this is Mrs. Walker.
Okay, Mrs. Walker, what was the result of your phone call to Paul?
I had to pay $500.
For what?
I didn't go to the jury duty.
Are you serious?
They wanted me to pay the $500 or go to jail. How am I going to be in jail? Do you know what those women will do to a girl that looks like me?
Puke?
No, they'll be all over me. I'm hot.
No, I think you're mistaking that for hot flashes.
No. I had that in the mental pause. I don't have that anymore.
What is going on here? I don't. What do you mean you're going to go to jail? You have to pay $500.
I called the phone number and they said I didn't do the duty with the jury and it was $500 or go to jail. I get scared. I hang up and I don't want to go to jail. Those women will have plungers in me and everything over there. I don't want to do that.
Well, why did he call anyway? Why did you give him Paul's number?
I gave him Paul. I gave her Paul's number.
Paul is supposed to take me out to dinner tomorrow for Valentine's Day.
Well, you know what, Mrs. Walker? Obviously, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I'm sure maybe you misdialed it. You may want to try it again. But he said to give you his number, so just give it a try. Make sure you dial the right number.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker. I'm totally confused. I don't understand why.
You want to know what I had her do?
Yeah, what did you do? I'm missing something here, and I'm sure I'm not the only one.
All right, I'm going to put this over the air. So this is for everybody to listen. This is the number that I gave Mrs. Walker to call for Paul. So listen to this.
Hello. The following is an urgent message from the National Justice Center. If you are hearing this message, it means that our records indicate you failed to appear for jury duty last Monday morning at 9 a.m. Multiple notifications of your jury summons were sent to you, both by the U.S. Postal Service as well as electronically to the email address we have on file for you. Unfortunately, ignoring these notifications and failing to appear in court for jury duty is a Class 3 misdemeanor. To make arrangements to pay the $500 fine for failure to appear for jury duty, press 2. To make arrangements to begin serving a 30-day prison sentence for failure to appear for jury duty, press 3. You have one final option, and we strongly suggest you choose this one. Rather than a $500 fine or a 30-day prison sentence, you may instead choose to pay it forward and simply pass this phone number on to your top 10 most gullible friends and attempt to trick them into thinking that this is actually a real failure to appear for jury duty notification.
Oh, for goodness sakes. You had me ready to pull the plug on you. You had me, and she believed it, though. I got the little, she probably got so excited, and I was believing it up until, thank goodness, because that would be illegal to do that.
That's right, it would. So, anyway, yeah, that's what I had her do. So, it's a spoof.
So, is this one of your ideas, a spoof you made up? You did this?
Yes.
You are a genius.
Thank you. 877-715-7570. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with some more Uncle Floyd trivia. Okay, so stand by to give a call momentarily right here on UncleFloydRadio.com.
In today's busy world, many of us tend to forget how important it is to maintain a healthy lifestyle. But there's one thing that we will never forget how to do, and that is how to ride a bicycle. So if you're looking to shed a few extra pounds while exercising in a fun and safe way, check out the Central Jersey Bicycle Club of New Jersey. Originally founded in 1968, the Central Jersey Bicycle Club is one of the oldest and largest, most active bicycle clubs in the entire country. The Central Jersey Bicycle Club sponsors several rides throughout the year, such as the Farmlands Flat Tour, the Hillier Than Thou Ride, and the Longest Day Ride, a 200-mile bicycle ride from High Point to Cape May, New Jersey, while the club sponsors 10-mile jaunts taken at a leisurely pace to rides that span multiple New Jersey counties. The Central Jersey Bicycle Club has rides for bicyclists of all abilities. How do you become a member of the Central Jersey Bicycle Club? It's simple. Just visit www.cjbc.org. That's www.cjbc.org. Visit their website today and start that ride to a healthier lifestyle. We'll be back with more Uncle Floyd right after this. The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
If you would like to save on your monthly energy bill, contact Ambit Energy independent consultant Joe DeSimone at www.jdsimone.joinambit.com. That's www.jdsimone.joinambit.com.
I got $100 for some leftover cream corn. I never knew corn was worth so much.
That's right. Corn is at an all-time high, and you can turn your unused corn into money with Cash for Corn.
I'm not grilling corn on the cob this summer. That'd be like burning money.
We'll send you a postage-paid Ziploc bag. Just fill it, send it back to us, and Cash for Corn will pay you promptly.
Sure, I spend a little extra time in the bathroom, but picking out the corn, it's like writing myself a check.
Don't flush away thousands of dollars. Call Cash for Corn now.
I like Jersey best. Orange East, Orange West, Orange South, Orange. I like Jersey best. And I've seen all the rest. And Jersey is the best. Emerson, Harrison, Madison, Patterson. I like Jersey best. Englewood, Ridgewood, Ringwood, Wildwood. I like Jersey best. And I've seen all the rest. And Jersey is the best. Lakewood, Norwood, Beechwood, Collingswood. I like Jersey best. Asbury Park, Prospect Park, Midland Park, Florham Park. I like Jersey best. I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Elmwood Park, Ridgefield Park, Palisades Amusement Park. I like Jersey best. Jersey City, Ocean City, Union City, Atlantic City. I like Jersey best, and I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Neck Kong, Matita Kong, even Lake Apacong. I like Jersey best. Trenton, Clifton, Burlington, Wallington. I like Jersey best, and I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Somerville, Pennville, Manville, Sayreville. I like Jersey best. Northfield, Ridgefield, Westfield, Bloomfield. I like Jersey best. I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Teterboro, Glassboro, Hillsboro, Totowa-boro. I like Jersey best. New Brunswick, East Brunswick, South Brunswick, North Brunswick. I like Jersey best. I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Phillipsburg, Guttenberg, Chambersburg, Jamesburg. I like Jersey best. Morristown, Bricktown, Heightstown, Hackettstown. I like Jersey best, and I've seen all the rest, and Jersey is the best. Englishtown, Middletown, Parkertown, Eatontown. I like Jersey best.
How do you describe UncleFloydRadio.com?
This is Hasim. I don't understand why I cannot get through with this phone every time I call. Pick up your phone.
UncleFloydRadio.com.
Hello, this is Uncle Floyd, Mr. Timing. Joe Lemire. I'm just having too much fun today, but you scared me, boy, with that Mrs. Walker. I thought that was an official state agency. Then I said, gee, we're just starting to build this. We're just starting to get people, and we're new. It was only our fourth week. Is this week number 5 or 4? No,
actually, we
just started week number 5.
Today's, you know what? It's our 1 month anniversary, actually.
1 month.
1 month. And we didn't plan anything for it.
I brought you a bag of something earlier,
Yes.
but you wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't agree with me.
We won't say it's a franchise, but a big guy like you could play hockey and you can't eat that.
Yeah, certain things like that. Yeah, just...
Isn't that amazing?
Agita. Big time agita.
Can you eat pickles?
I'm not a pickle fan. Don't
Some
like
people
pickles.
don't like... Really?
Yeah, not a fan of pickles.
You
Nope.
know?
No.
Can you eat General Tso's chicken?
Yes, I've eaten that, yes.
Who was General Tso?
General
Tso.
Ask me such a...
No, anyway. What is your favorite Chinese food? I'm going to get egg foo young. You look like a pepper steak man.
Who flung poo?
Really? Who flung poo? Chicken fangu?
Cream of some dumb guy. All different. No, Chinese food, I like, I go everything from, like, sweet and sour chicken up to...
You like pancakes?
Pancakes? Yeah, but
What do
that's
you
not
call them,
Chinese
flapjacks?
food. I don't call them flapjacks. I call them pancakes.
Well, they call them flapjacks and hotcakes in various parts of the country.
Yes. Actually, where I used to go on vacation in North Carolina years ago, they had a great place on the Outer Banks that served... Now, picture a tray about maybe 2.5 foot wide by 1.5 foot deep, or long and wide. The entire tray was covered with several, like 1/4-inch thin pancakes that from one side to the next. It was several pancakes. And
this was at a buffet?
No, this was a sit-down breakfast joint on the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And then on top of that were your eggs and your bacon or sausage and home fries, hash browns, whatever you ordered with it. It was just
on top of the pancakes.
Yeah, I mean,
why?
It was great.
Who put potatoes on top of a pancake? That's a blintz anyway.
Yeah. Now I think that was only like $2.95 for that breakfast.
In 1958, that was a lot of
money.
money.
No, this was in the 90s.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great. But the place went out of business eventually, but...
Well, I guess they realize you have to charge more than it costs to make something to make a profit.
Yeah, that's right. So, but...
We figured that out.
Yeah, actually, this is our 1-month anniversary.
It's been about... the 12th?
January 12th.
12th, 19th, 26th, 3rd, 10th. Yeah, we're in our 5th week.
Yeah. It's February 13th, so it's a month and a day. 31 days, actually.
Have we learned anything in 1 month? Is there a state-of-the-art, state of the radio show speech you're going to make?
Well, one thing that we've learned is that we have a phenomenal listening audience. I have to give them that. Okay? Just the best group of listeners. And more are following us every day. And a great crew making this possible. And Gary and Paul and Everett, who is marketing and networking for us, just recently came on board. Just phenomenal. Without them, none of this would be possible. None of this would be possible. I heard of a website error going on with the new website launch, and I was up at quarter after 2 this morning. Since then, trying to work on it and resolve it myself, and had to go back to the...
What, it went off the air? Or?
Well, temporarily it did because the update didn't take right, and the new site wasn't functioning properly, so I had to reinstall and recode all of the old pages to what it was originally. So, a lot of work.
Isn't that scary that things could be wiped out like that?
Yeah, it's one day it's here, 1 second later, next second it's gone. It happens. Just a wrong string of code can entirely take it down. So, but anyway.
I mean, I'm so old school. I still like to have things. I know it sounds odd, but I still like books. I still like things to hold in my hand.
Well, unfortunately, we can't. The lag
I like
time.
to go shopping. I like to go buy. I like to pick my own produce when I shop.
Right.
I know that's weird to some young people, but
everybody still does, but
not everybody.
Well,
they did a survey that they sent some people into the supermarket and they couldn't tell the difference between cilantro and parsley and Italian parsley and plain parsley. There's 4 different things.
Right.
They could not tell the difference.
Without reading a tag.
Not even
when you put them side by side, you wouldn't know, unless you know the taste.
Some people don't know the difference between bok choy, for example, and choy bok. Anyway, this is UncleFloydRadio.com. Joe, you're a real trooper. You were up all night and working on the pipes. And
had about 12 cups of coffee since then. So
you're going to take a nap later?
No, I'm going to keep on working, try to get the new website working tonight. A lot of work to do behind the scenes. A lot of work. Gary's going to be working on getting this edition of the show, the anniversary edition of the show. And, I didn't even do any production for it. It just completely slipped my mind.
When you get tired, overtired, do you get grouchy? There's only certain ways you can behave.
I'm always
Some people
grouchy.
get grouchy.
I'm always grouchy.
When they don't get enough sleep, they get very grouchy. Other people get sloppy. They drop things or they misplace things, because you're not getting enough sleep. And some people get silly. Actually silly.
Well, that's me if I've had too much to drink, silly.
That was my point.
If I get grouchy, I wind up getting grouchy. What happens is, I'm grouchy, but I'm someone that will snap. Okay, for the right reasons.
I get very calm when I get tired. When I'm very tired, nothing bothers me. Nothing.
I can fall asleep anywhere. Anywhere I can fall asleep. Put me in a cab in New York City. If I'm tired, I'll fall right asleep. There's no problem with that whatsoever. So, but
well, how much sleep do you need, a man of your years?
Well, anywhere from.
Seriously, you still need 7 or 8 hours.
There's times where I go days without sleep, and then there's times that 4 hours, and I average about 6 or 7 hours of solid sleep because I toss and turn quite a bit. So.
Well, most of my friends can only get 5 hours now.
Yeah.
I mean, at my age and our ages, 5 hours is all you need.
Well, once you get in your 80s, it's
not in my 80s, but well, you're going to get it. You know what? You and this, don't ever do this to me again. Eat pepperoni here in front of me like that. That's packaged.
Well, don't ever steal a stuffed shell out of Bernardette's.
That I did not do, and I'm going to probably see her tomorrow, and I'm going to tell her face to face. I did not. She gave you 3, not 4.
Okay, let's get to the phones here. Why don't we?
Let's get to the phones.
It's our 1 month anniversary, by the way.
And nobody wished us a happy anniversary.
We didn't notice. Nobody else noticed. So
it's
anyway.
A month-a-versary.
That's
it's
right.
a month because Annie comes from the Italian and Latin anno, I-N-N-O, year. It means year.
Yes.
So anyway, happy month-versary.
Happy month-versary.
It is a month-versary. It's not an anniversary. Right. You have to be a year. Anyway, you're on UncleFloydRadio.com. Hello, caller. Welcome.
Hello, this is Phil from. Hello, Floyd. This is Phil from Massapequa Park.
Oh boy, what happened out there?
A lot of snow, 20 inches.
You got 20, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
And they canceled my show, as you know, at the fire department.
They did?
Yeah. The first time they canceled it was Hurricane Sandy. And then this recent snowstorm, blizzard, whatever, 20 inches, as you say, I guess the firemen had to be on call standby for other towns and emergencies and everything. So they were very apologetic, but I said no need to apologize. You have to take care of the important matters. I mean,
well, hopefully they reschedule.
2 times it happened.
They reschedule it because third time's a charm.
No, they're afraid we'll have an earthquake next time they book me. I mean, seriously, the Hurricane Sandy, and then this
Superstorm Sandy.
Floyd, I've been listening to you for years. When I was a kid, I watched you on U68. I listened to your Italian show on Sunday. What's going on with that? They cut back on it?
Yes, they have. It's in its last stages. I mean, I'm trying to hold on, but it's broadcast radio and air brokers and what, Joe? Go ahead.
Well, we want to let our listeners know, since he brought this up, that we are working on continuing. How many years were you on the air?
I just started my 27th year of broadcasting my Italian show.
Well,
I've been listening for about 8-9 years.
Well, we're going to try to make this a seamless transition to internet radio.
Right.
With his Italian serenade. Okay?
Right.
Broadcasting around the world. So if for some reason the show does go off the air, and this is out of Floyd's control, okay? This is what's wrong with terrestrial radio, okay?
Yep.
It's all numbers to them. And
they canceled his satellite radio show on the Wise Guy show too. That was
right.
I love that show too.
Terrestrial radio is a dying breed. Satellite, it's a fixed audience. Whoever's paying for the subscription, they have 9 million channels to choose from. the internet, you have to market it correctly. And once Floyd has a niche program with his Italian Serenade show, and we're going to market it and target it to the audiences, and it's going to continue on.
Oh, that's great to hear.
For many years to come.
We'll see. We'll one day at a time. One day at a time. But the cost, the people like me are vanishing. The air brokers, that's what we are. And Joe Farda, who was on after me, he's a Korean War veteran. He's 80 years old. They want more and more money out of him. And he finally says, I can't anymore. It's too much.
Can't do it, yeah.
And Mike's Deli program went off the air, the Greco. But Carbo and me, and they cut me from 3 hours to 2. I paid $1,750,000 to produce that show. I'm a broker, but that's what we do. That's show business. I mean, some guys have paid that money in rent in their stores.
Right.
But
it's a tough economy.
That's what they don't understand. That's what the guys in the offices don't understand. I say, you got to get out on the street and walk around. And you know what's hurt the business people like me. And I hope I'm not taking your time, but a fellow has an Italian. No. One of my friends has an Italian grocery store, deli. Okay, let's just say nameless, and they advertise with me for years. All of a sudden, he sends his 2 children to college. They come out of college and cannot find a job. Period. So they end up working in the father's store. Now, what does the father do? He has to cut advertising. He cuts the window washer. He cuts the ad out of the church bulletin. He cuts back on this delivery. He stops this to pay his children who graduated college and cannot find a job in their field. And so the economy, it trickles down and keeps trickling down and hurt. And people are hurting. That's my point. Right. I don't look down on the father. Those are his children. God bless him. Any man would do the same. But it does have its ripple effect.
Yes, it does. It truly does.
That's the truth of it. And nobody says this. No politician. Nobody talks like that because it's the truth. Anyway, thank you. Would you have something else? Maybe he has something else. So get me talking.
Let's see.
No, that's the gist of it. I've enjoyed you for so many years since I'm young. And I'm almost 50 years old, and I listen all the time. I love you.
Well, the Uncle Floyd,
so much.
the Uncle Floyd Radio Show right here is going to continue for a long time to
we
come.
Have to.
I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it because I miss him. I miss him on TV.
Yeah.
I miss him on. I listen to him on the radio show, but it's great.
Well, believe me, I never retired from TV. I had a long run, and I'd be back in a heartbeat if an opportunity was there, and so would the guys with me. But thanks for calling, and we really appreciate your interest in UncleFloydRadio.com.
Yeah,
nice people.
Yeah, also, we do want to let people know, because the article that you write, what's the article that you have written in the newspaper?
The Italian Tribune?
The Italian Tribune.
Well, I've been writing that for over 700 columns.
Right. Now, you've mentioned this program in there, and it's crossing over already. We're getting a lot of your readers emailing us and listening to us. So that's
another whole sideline I have going. I write for the Italian paper for years.
Right. So we're going to...
The Italian Tribune is the largest printed in English, published in English.
Right.
There are some things in the Italian language, but there's I know the family. I knew Asa Lagna, the publisher, and now his daughters and the son-in-law, Buddy Fortunato, run the paper.
Right.
They're like family with me.
Right.
We're family. We go way back.
But with the technology, is the numbers that you mentioned that you have spent in airtime.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's
the technology now available for the businesses, the delis, the restaurants, the true Italian restaurants and eateries to be able to continue 24/7 broadcast or listen to your Italian Serenade, okay, at a fraction of the cost. We'll see. This is all new to me, and I like to believe that, but I'm old school. You got to prove it,
Right.
And
if it's there, fine. I mean, one thing show people have always had to do. We've always had to follow. You follow the crowds. The crowds don't follow the entertainers.
Right.
In other words, when silent movies came out, the actors left the melodrama stages.
Yeah.
They left the play companies and the touring companies in droves, and they ran to the movies, silent movie fields and lots.
Right.
And thus when television came, or radio, the vaudeville houses emptied out, and they went to radio and subsequently television. This is the path. Now they're leaving the traditional packaging and housing of show business to go on the internet, and that's going to be only more in the future. It's not going away.
Right. And real quickly, a message from Gary on Facebook. He has the link on Facebook for those of you listening that would like to subscribe to the podcast feed, where you can download the shows directly to your devices. Also, if you're using
what does that mean, subscribe? Pay?
No, what they do is they subscribe to the podcast feed, which means when we take, for instance, today's program, and Gary will take it, encode it, put all the details in about it, and upload it to our podcast server, it will automatically download to their device.
Well, the word is misleading. Subscribe comes from subscription, which means a form of payment, like conscription is a form of service.
Right. But this
is not taken in the English language anymore.
Right. No, this is a whole different.
So we've now altered language.
Right. There's a subscription for you subscribe to the podcast. Yes, some do charge for the podcasts, but we don't charge for the podcasts at this point.
No, I find it odd that the word subscribe has to do with money.
Yeah, and this is because too many people, a lot of people were, since we were broadcasting 24/7 of the shows, they'd have to wait to listen to all the shows to get around to hear the one that they were on 18 hours later.
But it
was hit or miss. Now they can go on and download that specific show.
The word meant to pay a scribe, a subscription. But it doesn't mean that anymore. It means something else. This is
maybe
what's
in
amazing to me.
1992 it did, but now it doesn't. So,
try 1741. I bet you can't even name 3 things from. Well, what's the use of that? I have nothing to prove here.
Yeah, you don't.
It doesn't prove.
But what I'm trying to
nothing.
convey to the listeners and to you also is the technology is going to allow us to reach more people. And, in fact, why don't you tell the listeners right now, since you're falling asleep over there.
No, I'm not. I yawned.
What this program's all about.
Well, Uncle Floyd's garage sale music, as people know, I have a warehouse with 1 million records in it. And people have asked, someone even called up and asked if I would play The Preacher and the Bear on one of the,
right.
And I just want to know what version he wanted because I have them all.
Right.
But we're going to put these in our formats, and they're going to be entering UncleFloydRadio.com. And I'm excited about it. We taped our first one, we recorded our first one today.
So what we're going to do?
14 oddball record. I'm talking about records that are not on compilation discs from Dr. Demento,
right.
who was a friend of mine. I was in his tour, you know.
Right.
I toured with Dr. Demento.
Right.
But anyway, we're going to do this, and it's a lot of fun for people who like oddball recordings and things you can't hear simply anywhere else.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this first episode.
Oh, we are.
And we're going to put it on our 24/7 stream.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, and that's the only place it's going to air.
Yes, not on YouTube. It can't go
not
on
YouTube. Not on the podcast feed. Only on our 24/7 broadcast
service. So it'll
service.
air in rotation with the other.
Yes.
And
so
we'll see how they like it.
You see how you like it, and we're going to see where it goes. And if you would like to,
when is that going to start roughly?
Tonight.
Oh, wow. I'm going
to. We move quick here, Floyd. We move quick here.
But, Joe, you have to take a nap eventually.
Yeah, I'll sleep next month. That's okay.
You can't. I think a man can't go more than 3 days, right?
No. I've gone more than 3 days.
You've gone?
5 days, 6 days, yeah.
Because
only
of your service to the neighborhood. And
yeah,
what
the
you've
emergency
done.
services.
And
yeah,
people don't know about this side of you, but it's very admirable. And someday we'll talk about that.
Yes, someday. Next decade, maybe.
No, you're very modest, and that's a sign of a real man. That's good.
Well, I do what I can for the community. So, but, so a lot of great things coming. So it's our 1 month celebration here. Notice I didn't use the word anniversary.
That's proper English. 1 month celebration is proper. Yes. To celebrate.
We're celebrating 1 month right now. And sorry we don't have any balloons or noisemakers or anything.
Well...
very subtle here. It's 1 month. We've survived 1 month, and
some shows didn't even make it a month.
That's right. And you know what? We're in total control of this. That is why. And we have to thank our listeners. Our listeners, number one. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, number one. Okay, without your support, none of this would be happening.
They are the greatest. They really are. And I've had a lot of audiences, but this audience here that we've assembled right now, everyone is a Marine. Everyone is. No, I just offended Navy, Army, and and Air Force. No, everyone is a trooper.
Right. And I mean, just think what this program would be without, what this program would be without Mrs. Walker.
A trooper is a trooper in showbiz is a good someone who hangs in there and gets the job.
Right.
This audience is fantastic. Even Mrs. Walker, although she's got some issues.
Yes.
I think we're going to have to limit her to one call a day.
Yeah, I
mean, I can't have her calling every 20 minutes.
I kind of think I get the feeling that you kind of have some interest in Mrs. Walker.
I have no interest. I find her interesting that she's a mess.
So therefore you have interest in Mrs. Walker.
No, okay. She needs some guidance.
She's
and I'd like
mess. Is that what you said?
She is a mess. I mean that in the... it could be straight. You can clean up a mess. Remember that.
That's right.
She's not a disaster. She's a mess.
That's right.
She's heading towards a disaster.
Yeah. Well, we just want to let everyone know, thank you very much for making the Uncle Floyd Radio Show a huge success through our Facebook page, through our website, and supporting us, purchasing some of those items. Don't forget the T-shirts are available only for 3 more days or 2.5 days. That's it. Get your orders in right now. Go to UncleFloydRadio.com and visit the Uncle Floyd store. Autographed caricatures, the original Uncle Floyd and Oogie black and white autographed and customized 8x10 print for you.
And then we have the other 3-picture thing coming on the
We have some
frame.
more doodles and mugs.
No, the photographs.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot about this.
Forget about that.
Floyd, explain what this is really quickly.
We have 3 photographs taken in the studio in 1977 at it's Cowboy Charlie Can-Do and me playing the piano. So they're framed. It's a one-of-a-kind item, and somebody's going to get it.
We're going to put it up on eBay.
It's already in a frame with the hooks and everything.
And these are the original photos. This is a one-of-a-kind item to hang on to. Uncle Floyd is going to autograph the back of the frame. And
you'll see that on the Internet.
So stick by our Facebook page. Please spread the word to your friends and family. And UncleFloydRadio.com.
And good luck to Mr. Broadway going into the hospital. Mr. Broadway, we're with you all the way.
All prayers for Mr. Broadway, please. Uncle Floyd, it's been a pleasure as always. We'll be back Saturday at 1 p.m.
Thank you, Paul. I mean, Joe.
It's UncleFloydRadio.com.
The opinions expressed by the callers and guests are not those of UncleFloydRadio.com. Program advertisers and sponsors and employees of UncleFloydRadio.com. Calls are recorded for possible use in future promotional broadcasts. All contests or promotions broadcast on UncleFloydRadio.com are encompassed by the following restrictions. All winners must be 18 years of age or older, must live in the continental United States, and agree to the terms of the contest. Listeners are limited to 1 prize every 30 days.